Greetings to you, Prime Minister. This letter is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now before it's too late. I hear people say the PNM wasting the people's time. I hear people say the UNC will scrape every last dime. And some cannot choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country. 'Cause we need to see a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress. Someone who not here for the money and always giving us transparency. A leader with a clear destination and a direction that what we will see. Most respectfully, to whom it may be. Some people say bad politics slowing this nation down. And some people say implementation is where we does go wrong. But I say that they both are true, and that's what we need to see to fix our style of democracy. Some people say this moving world keeps on evolving. And some people say our infrastructure needs some upgrading. That's why I hope this letter you read for these issues to resolve, so sweetie auntie could start to evolve. 'Cause we need to see ministries that competent. Information you'll get in 10 seconds. Public servants who will answer the phone and give you advice with a pleasant tone. A bank run shouldn't take you the whole day. It's time we stop playing. I what we want see. Most respectfully, to whom this may be. I used to play I was sheriff when I was a little boy. But when I see they arrested Earl, I say thank God my gun's a toy. It reminds me there are few ways up and 1,000 ways to fall. That's not just for one, but that goes for all. Many leaders in this land could be guilty or innocent, and it's hard for the people to truly know, so they will judge your intent. So before you walk in that big office, take a look at your character and have a long chat with Almighty Father. 'Cause we need to see power without ego. Take a ride on the bus, let people know. Don't be too much on your high horse, but be confident whenever time calls. Careful how much leaders could one put. Them things have to stop. That what we want see. Most respectfully, to whom this may be. notice this is written in the future tense, in hopes that you are a leader of great poise and great resilience. One who structures TNT with its local policies, not from global powers. That is what I mean. I don't want you to think that this is right and what is wrong, but I want you to hear the people needs. Keep your ears down on the ground. And don't be like Gillian Bishop and not care what the people think, cause you could still learn from the babes and sucklings. Cause we need to see TNT in the World Cup, innovation from young people non-stop, a culture industry to hang we emblem high, so everybody could get piece of the pie. A leader who strikes fear in them criminals, that is critical. I what we will see, most respectfully, yeah.
To whom this may be.
Ba 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 ba.
You are listening to the Street 919 FM. Stay with us for news, interviews, and commentary that shape our democracy. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. You're listening to the Street 919 FM, your destination for the best music around. All the hits and timeless classics on the Street 919 FM. Election season is here, Trinidad and Tobago. Get ready for all the latest updates, debates, and live coverage only on the Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
In a system cold, chasing shadows that take their soul. But the rhythm of hope is strong. Feel the beat that guide us along. Plant the seed of change in the ground, and reap the fruits of love from this song. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. Of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like pain. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. What are you doing? Find no work, cause the system take them for joke. Let the positive find control. We must not lose sight of our goal. In spite the stress and the strain, let us build our country again. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. Of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like pain. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. The people don't know who to trust. But every crisis we will master and rise to triumph from disaster. We will cast the evil away. We make a solemn pledge here today. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like play. Our people will rise again. And it is how it starts. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child, let the cleansing begin. From the ghetto I born and grow, I learned to make joy from sorrow. Even though it was hardship and pain, I see the blessings falling like rain. And every time the setbacks would come, I keep the faith and weather the storm. With every step and toil I strive, just to keep my dreams alive. I'm sure we can rise from the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and the future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly to the skies like play. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how it starts. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child, let the cleansing begin. What are you doing? Dancer. We'll fly to the skies like play. Our people will rise. Thank you much. Queens from Savannah. I love all you. We'll fly to the skies like play. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how it starts. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child, let the cleansing begin.
Unleash the power of truth with Street 919 FM. Dive into the raw, unfiltered world of politics with our cutting-edge commentary and fearless analysis. We don't shy away from the tough issues. We confront them head on. The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station. From the heart of the street to the halls of power, the voice of the people is loud and clear. Real talk, real issues, real change. On the Street 919 FM, the #1 election station. Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, where every conversation builds bridges and sparks solutions, because together we can shape a better future. On the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Pastor Google. On the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
A leader, how to this country to ride.
A good leader.
Be able to motivate and then mobilize.
A good leader.
And a leader must be one whose vision is clear.
A good leader.
Holding ethics and integrity, yeah.
A good leader.
Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite. Not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation bleed. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born, not made. Setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate. Because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also.
A good leader.
Know when to take in front and when to follow.
A good leader.
And a leader must be the one to set the
A
template.
good leader.
So those coming after could duplicate.
A good leader.
Oh yes, a leader that his instincts prevail. Know how to cut a path where there is no trail. Not a gambler or a drinker. That is not what this nation needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed.
Blessed is the one who was born to lead.
For good leaders are born not made. Being a mentor is your trade.
Blessed is the one who was born to lead.
We don't want someone always thinking small. No, no.
No, 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 that's not a leader at all.
At all, at all. One who always fools drinking alcohol. No, no.
No, that's not a leader at all.
At all, no Casanova, always chasing skirts. No, no,
That's not a leader at all.
at all, and if it's the treachery that they out to hurt, my,
That's not a leader at all.
Oh yeah. A trickster, a conman, a hustler. We don't need someone specialized in fraud, but one to be respected and never rejected. Here at home and especially abroad. They don't have to be a lawyer or doctor. Their first degree should be common sense. And when it's time to decide, you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take, don't sit on the fence. Because a leader cannot drift like sinking
A
sand.
good leader.
By the courage of his convictions, he should
A
stand.
good leader.
And a leader can't bend with every wind that
A
pass.
good
To
leader.
his values and principles, hold fast.
A good leader.
Oh yes, a leader should be confident and competent. For what he believes in, go to every length. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this country needs. We don't need another trumpet indeed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young gal to breed. leaders are born not bad, lifting up others is get shred.
Blessed is the one who was born
blessed.
to lead.
Yes, good leaders are born not bad, leaving us better off is get shred. Blessed is the one who was born to lead.
Ever since this king started ruling the village, the entire community wanted him and his family dead. Please, please, and please, I just need a few minutes of your time to watch the full story. You will not regret it. Long ago, in the village of Nil, Herefordshire, there was a king named King Aldrich of Nil. He ruled for 20 years, but the entire community wanted him and his family dead. In the village, kings were not chosen by vote. The throne was passed from father to son, meaning that when a king died, his son would take over. Because of this, they wanted not only the king dead, but his entire family wiped out. For 20 years, the king had not been good to his people. Whatever he pointed at and said he wanted had to be given to him, whether it was land, wives, or property. He judged people unfairly. If two people had a dispute and came to him, the one who gave him money or promised him something would win the case, regardless of who was right or wrong. His rule was cruel, and the villagers were tired of him. But no one dared to act because anyone who spoke against him was killed. They lived in fear, unable to do anything about it. But then something very interesting happened, and I want you to watch until the end to see it. Every day, innocent people cried, but no one could save them. The king had only one wife and one son, but he still took any woman he wanted. Nobody liked them, not even the prince, because they believed he would be just like his father. They had no choice but to respect him because he was the king's son. Many years later, the prince grew up, and the king decided it was time for him to marry. This is where things got interesting. The king announced that all the young girls in the village must gather at the palace so he could choose a wife for his son. The girls were not happy, but they had no choice. But among them was one particular girl who should not have been there. I will tell you the reason later. Just stay with me. Her father had died long ago, leaving only her and her mother. Her mother warned her not to go, but she insisted. The king has ordered all the girls to be present, she said. Her mother tried to stop her, but she refused to listen. When all the girls, dressed beautifully, arrived at the palace, the king was pleased. He stood from his throne and pointed to 5 beautiful girls. "These 5 will be my son's wives," he declared. The parents gasped in shock, but they could not speak against him. Just as the king was about to announce his final decision, the prince stood up and asked, "Father, may I choose my wife myself?" The king smiled. "Of course, today is your day. If you want more than 5, take as many as you like." The prince thanked his father and addressed the girls. "All of you are beautiful, and I love you all. But I only want to marry one. Which one of you would like to be my wife?" All the girls raised their hands. The king laughed. "I told you, they all want you. Choose whoever you want." The prince, however, had another idea. He brought out a basket of seeds and gave one seed to each girl. "Take this seed," he said. "Plant it and bring it back in 1 month. The girl who grows the most beautiful plant will be my wife." Each girl took a seed, including the one who was not supposed to be there. They went home and planted their seeds. But for this one girl, something strange happened. Her seed did not grow. Day after day she watered it, but nothing happened. She became worried. "Why me?" she cried. Her mother comforted her. "Be patient. It will grow." But as the final day approached, her seed remained lifeless. Meanwhile, the other girls had beautiful plants. She wanted to stay home in shame, but her mother insisted, "You started this journey. You must finish it." The day arrived. All the girls dressed in their finest clothes and carried their beautiful plants to the palace. Only one stood with nothing. The king, seeing all the plants, said to his son, "Look at these beautiful flowers. How many do you want to choose? They all belong to you." The prince stood up, walked through the girls, and inspected their plants. Then he stopped in front of the girl with no plant. He took her hand and led her to his father. "This is my wife," he declared. The king was shocked. "What? She has nothing. She brought no plant, no flower. Why would you choose her?" The crowd murmured in disbelief. The prince turned to them and spoke. The seeds I gave you were dead. They were never meant to grow. Yet here you are with beautiful flowers. That means you all replaced my seeds with different ones. Only this girl was honest. She is the kind of wife I want. Silence filled the palace. The villagers whispered among themselves. This is the kind of leader we need, one with wisdom and integrity. After the ceremony, the king called his son. How did you do that? Who gave you such wisdom? The prince smiled. He had found a wife with a pure heart. The people now had hope that he would not be like his father. And as I promised earlier, now I will tell you why the girl should not have been there. Long ago, the king had taken her family's land and wealth. When her father tried to resist, the king sentenced him to death. She and her mother became homeless, losing everything. That was why her mother did not want her to go. But in the end, justice came in an unexpected way. Lessons from this story. Hope is important. Even a bad tree can produce good fruit. Just because a king is wicked doesn't mean his child will be the same. If the villagers had tried to harm the king, they would have all been killed, and the king would have lived. But by having patience, they found hope in his son, who would one day lead them with fairness and wisdom. If this story touched your heart, follow for more. Your support means
We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame for this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through, the police in a stew, and the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. Man, that is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of blue paper, things that men can steal, but no one takes the time, no time to build character. No, we ain't taking time, no time building character, and that is we don't fall. Empires of old, with their silver and gold, now mere footnotes on a history page. The Colosseums of Rome, with all their columns and domes, are memories of a bygone age. Listen, the Greeks and Romans are their orgies, days and nights cavorting in lust. But soon to plagues of locusts and disease, they were crumbling into dust. Yet we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, and now the talk is computer. Man even making clone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time to build character, and that is we don't fall. Oh, yeah. We teach children from small, the winner takes all. There is no consolation when you lose, and then we act surprised when the world shows no compromise. But that is the very road that we choose. So come on, make my days now in fashion. Magnum logic, attack with full force. Now the children kill without compassion, and go to meet the hangman with no remorse. But we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, using 9mm to cross pulp and bone. But no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time building
sign until you first assign which pockets to line and go walk it back. And so we learn to grease with consummate ease the hand of every turnkey and party hack. And men whose forte lies in bubble, we herald with wonderment and all. And then we ask in each editorial, what's eating this country at its core? Yet we building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, rotten egg in gift paper. Nice to watch, but do not feel. But no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time to build character, and that is we don't fall.
Meal Tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
For years, Royal Castle has been the favorite of many with its unique, consistent quality and taste. The Castle prepares the freshest chicken and selected products to always give you that delicious homegrown flavor. So when you taste the delicious chicken and sides, the local seasoning and spices are unmistakable. And for this holy month, the Castle reminds the Muslim community of their halal specials. Get a quarter rotisserie chicken in any one side as a single meal, or a whole rotisserie chicken for the family, or perhaps the banquet special of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides, and a 2 liter soft drink. Ramadan Mubarak from Royal Castle.
Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. Lots of us these days are at the gym toning up or into health and fitness of some kind. Maybe you're vegetarian or fasting and need an alternative. Why not try the Royal Castle Veggie Burger? The wholesome patty is made with oats, lentils, chana, potatoes, and carrots, and all Royal Castle's local flavors. Plus, it's topped with fresh lettuce and tomatoes, all inside a soft, warm bun. Give it an extra kick with the Royal Castle famous pepper sauce. Ask for it alone or as a combo with any side and a 16-ounce soft drink. It's the Royal Castle Veggie Burger. Our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the Castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
And good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, and good afternoon to those of you locked on to the Street 919 FM. It is Monday the 24th of March, 2025. What a day. You know, today I'm sitting in the studio here and got the news when I was coming to work of a good friend of mine's who has gone to be with the Lord. She has passed away. Very good friend of mine's. Her husband, you know, he was by me this morning, and he said to me, he's talking to man thing, and he was in good spirits, you know, and while talking to him, you know, he was really cool, and tell me I go with my sister, and after that I go in and look for her and stuff like that. Over the course of the weekend, when was it? Saturday, you know, he asked me to come and pray and stuff like that, and you know, really believe that, you know, things would have turned around. And only to know today that this morning, you know, that she has left us. And again, you know, things like that always from time to time make me reflect on life and how fickle What the attitude and the disrespect and the failure is somebody in a snap of a finger, boy. You're gone, you know. Who could have eaten well like her? Exercise every day. Going to the gym, exercising, eating and drinking the best. If you can't get filter water, you boil it. Took care of their body. And when I say they, she and her husband took care of themselves. And one day, something just wasn't right. One day, gone by the doctor. And after that, that was it. You never know when your time coming, you know. You never know when your day coming. Never know. Young woman, you know. Not no elderly lady, you know. A young woman who would we could consider to be healthy and strong. Gone. Left a mark though. She left a mark in people's lives. What kind of mark people living in your life? What kind of mark you living in people's life? Is it a bitter taste? Is it a nice taste? Is it a vindictive taste? Is it a nasty taste? What kind of mark you living in people's life? I've lost 3 persons close to me by in 1 month. 1 month, you know. Grandmother gone. Mother-in-law gone. Well, for some people, I ain't no mother-in-law because they came behind this microphone and say what I had to say. But my mother-in-law gone. And now my good friend gone this morning. Feel I had time to study you and what you think about me? Yesterday I held my son in my arms. And I tell him, I said, Jay, Daddy love you, boy. How many of you just take time out to do that? Hold your children. You're studying to hold other people's children and talk about other people's children. How many of you just hold your own child and hug them and tell them you love them? Huh? Some of you don't even pray for your own self. You can't pray for your own child, but you're quick to destroy other people's own. I just have a sober moment this morning, you know. Sober moment of how simple people just go in. And people who feel the holding power in their hand. If you only know, eh? If you only know. If you only know. But don't worry. As Karina should say, every knee shall bow. Yep. Watch me and think about my life. I know the God I serve, you know. He's a just God. Trust me. I just pray that God give her husband that peace. And I'm being real with you, you know. We just want to tell people, you know, and it's out of respect. We tell people, you know, condolences and stuff. Yep. But don't ever watch me in my face and tell me you know what I'm going through with my loss. You don't know what I'm going through. Trust me, I don't know what I'm going through. And that is something we can never get accustomed to. Never.
Is the greatest virtue, so let them brag and boast. The last shall be first. For all who feel the Almighty was so big and powerful, calling themselves majesty. Every knee shall bow. God alone is, He alone is the one and only. To Him.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be a crazy. Man, you see that what I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this. Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide, Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Clip Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
This is yours truly, Wendy H. Lewis, host of A Woman's Worth, right here on Street 91.9 FM. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We are commemorating International Women's Month, the month of March. Throughout the program, you will hear inspiring stories of trailblazing women. We will be engaging in meaningful conversations about gender equality and spotlight the voices of those making a difference in their communities. So whether you are a leader, a mother, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a young woman trying to find your path, this is the program for you. This is your time, this is your space, this is your celebration. Join us right here on Street 91.9 FM.
A woman's worth. A woman's worth. You're occupying a home and need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace. So secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Listen closely.
Stuart Young is bolted to Venezuela's Maduro. If you take God out of your thoughts to vote for Young, you better brace for U.S. sanctions, say goodbye to U.S. visas, say goodbye to U.S. dollars for business, medicine, traveling, online shopping. Put yourself and your loved ones first.
It's time to rise up Trinidad and Tobago.
Enough is enough.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. Vote UNC.
Let's praise Him, let's praise Him.
Let's give God the praise.
Let's praise Him, let's praise Him.
Let's give God the praise.
Let's praise Him, let's praise Him.
Let's give God the praise.
Let's give God the praise.
Father God, we love you, and we know you love us too. God, we beg you for forgiveness for the wrong things that we do. God, we need your intervention. Too much evil in this land.
In this land, in this land.
Every day my people killing, shooting, fussing, fighting. God, we need your helping hand. God,
blood flowing like a river through this land.
Too much murders in this
blood
land.
Flowing like a river through this land.
God, we need your helping hand.
Father God, we need your helping hand.
Blood flowing like a river.
Like a river.
Let us give God praise. Get on your knees and when we start to God will hear from us and heal this whole country. Give God praise.
Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah.
Let's give God praise.
Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah.
Put up your hands and sing now, sing now.
Glory. Hallelujah.
Let's give God praise.
Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah.
Almighty God, we need you. There's no other God but you. You're protective and providing. We put faith and trust in you. God, blood is flowing like a river. Crime and murders every day.
Every day, every day.
God, you're the only solution. That is why we kneel and pray. God,
blood flowing like a river through this land.
too much murders in this
Blood
land.
flowing like a river through this land.
God, we need your helping hand.
Father God, we need your helping hand.
Blood flowing like a river.
Like a river.
this whole country. Give God praise.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
All right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago, and so much things happening and so much things to discuss, and seeing where the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is guided to go to Jamaica to have some talks with trying to pull up the information while I talk to you, but yep, he's guided to go to Jamaica. So we wait to hear more about that. Also, today is the big day for some in the UNC. Imagine some of them don't even know if they're going to get placed back into, into the seats, like Miss Khadija, me, and the other persons, So that's something that some people are waiting on today. Today is a big day for some people. Some people are excited about today. It's interesting. That it's going to be an interesting outlook or look at things I'm seeing where in Tobago. In Tobago, there were presentation of candidates in Tobago. Yeah, there were presentation of candidates in Tobago where Mr. Watson Duke would have presented. No, that's not it. Yeah, Mr. Watson Duke would have presented his candidates. Yeah, because he is going up and he has chosen the fisherman, the president of the fisher folk. I think he has chosen him to go up. But I think he has chosen him to go up for Tobago. What else is happening? So there's a lot of things that is happening. Ms. Kiesel Jackson is saying that she's not walking. She's not walking. So if you're looking for her to walk, I'll play for you. She said that she's not walking. And that's another interesting discussion that is out there. You know what I mean? That's another interesting discussion that is out there. Over the weekend I would have taken my son to Sapa, where there was a discussion with young men. They call it a young men's safe space, where they can go there and say how they feel about life and about things. And they were motivated and encouraged, and they were taught how to be, different aspects of life. And I want to say hats off to Joshua Hercules for doing a fantastic job. Joshua Hercules. So I want to first of all congratulate the group. I want to say congratulations to Yak and Friends for putting on a excellent men or young men safe zone event on Saturday at Sapa, and they would have had a young man by the name of Joshua Hercules who would have spoken into the lives of some young men, and I must say it was a very, very well put together program. And I hope that the young men and others will continue to do their best to be proper examples in their community and in their schools and in everything that they do. So Pastor Google want to say congratulations again to Yak and Friends and great men or young men safe zone project that they would have done on Saturday. All right. And I just want to also put out there that, you know, if you want to get more information on when is the next one and you have a son that you believe need to be in that kind of atmosphere, touch base with me now and I could give you more information. Right? I think that's something great that we need to encourage. So going back into the politics talk, so this week is going to be a very interesting week. Why I say that? Because the politics is going to get real interesting. The politics is going to get very interesting, and I think most of you know where I stand. Where I stand. But the politics overall is going to get very, very interesting. You know, I saw in the news where Minister of Health Terence Yalsing had to intervene into Southwest Regional Health Authority. Would have taken a position. And sometimes, you know, as a board, you have to be careful and know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. So candidates are rolling out. Candidates are rolling out. We're seeing where, as I said earlier on, Ms. Kiesel Jackson is starting to put out her candidates. I saw that she put out the one for San Fernando East. She has put out the one for Point Fortin. Yep. The Patriotic Front political leader, she also is putting out her candidates. So the race has begun. To my Tobago people, my Tobago listeners, I'm seeing where you all are getting, as I said earlier on, your candidates. So Watson-Ju could have chosen himself and another gentleman. I'll play for you a little while in news. And also Fali would have chosen the TPP would have chosen their candidate. Interesting. So Tobago is heating up. Tonight you will know how it's heating up in Trinidad. And the PNM is out in front in the race. Alright? Something happened last week that I want to highlight, because I have been talking about this for some time. Some of you ignore me on it. Some of you don't take it serious. Some of you think it's a joke. Some of you don't believe that there's anything serious to be taken about it. But there's an hint. You see, when somebody of our faith or Hindu faith talk out, and I want to say this, and some people might disagree with me for saying it, but Mr. Sinanan, I think you take too long. Honestly. Mr. Sinanan, I think you take too long to talk. But some people will say better late than ever. So I want you to listen to this news item. Take a listen to this. Now, I have been talking about this and not people who... Anyway. But I want to play it. I want you all to listen to this. Alright? Those of you who are not on the live, you can come on the live. And those of you who are on the live, you can share the live. But take a listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
During a pavement report on Thursday in St. Augustine, UNC candidate Wayne Sturge addressed the issue of deteriorating roads in the country. He pointed out that different areas receive different levels of attention when it comes to road maintenance. He spoke to affluent areas, claiming that when places such as Goodwood Park and Bayshore develop potholes and craters, they are dealt with quickly.
But in Milau, Vega de Overput, in Balata, in Babande, Northwest, the roads are the worst in this country. And I want to ask you, and just as I asked them, if the roads are so bad, why another 5 years, particularly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande? He's the Minister of Road. And just as I asked them, if the roads are so bad, why another 5 years, particularly when Rawan Sinanan, just as I asked them, if the roads are so bad, why another 5 years, particularly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande. He's the Minister of Road, especially when his proxy, Mr. Monroe, is from Sandy Grande.
A subsequent post on Khadija Amin's Facebook page read, Rawan Sinanan with a laughing emoji. In response to Sturge and Amin, Sinanan calls it quote-unquote a dog whistle to the Hindu population, linking him to an embodiment of treachery to Hindus from the Ramayana epic. He says, apart from the war between Lord Rama and the demon king Ravana, also called Rawan, in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people. He says, quote, in Trinidad politics, we all know what that means and can mean, especially around election time. It means Rawan Sinanan, traitor, consorting with the dark-skinned against us Hindus. To this accusation, I am happy to plead guilty. Amidst pledging support for his political party, Sinanan further says, quote, the PNM has traditionally been the party of dark-skinned, light-skinned, brown-skinned and white-skinned people. All are welcome in the PNM, and I am proud to be part of it. If being a Rawan means being against a party which is sinking into racial dog whistling, then I am guilty. Call me Rawan all you want. End quote. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
Especially when his proxy, particularly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande. He's the Minister of Road, especially when his proxy, Mr. Monroe, is from Sandy Grande.
A subsequent post on Khadija Amin's Facebook page read, Rawan Sinanan with a laughing emoji. In response to Sturge and Amin, Sinanan calls it quote-unquote a dog whistle to the Hindu population, linking him to an embodiment of treachery to Hindus from the Ramayana epic. He says, apart from the war between Lord Rama and the demon king Ravana, also called Rawan, in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people. He says, quote, in Trinidad politics, we all know what that means and can mean, especially around election time. It means Rawan Sinanan, traitor, consorting with the dark-skinned against us Hindus. To this accusation, I am happy to plead guilty. Amidst pledging support for his political party, Sinanan further says, quote, the PNM has traditionally been the party of dark-skinned, light-skinned, brown-skinned and white-skinned people. All are welcome in the PNM, and I am proud to be part of it. If being a Rawan means being against a party which is sinking into racial dog whistling, then I am guilty. Call me Rawan all you want. End quote. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
I don't know, you know. I don't know, you know. I don't know what we need again. I don't know what we need again. I don't know. I just tired, yes? Tired. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I am tired. I am tired. Tired of this. And you all could justify it, pacify it, ignore it, pretend it don't exist. But it does exist. It does exist. You know, if I had my other phone, I'd have played you videos of Miss Bissessa calling Mr. Young, Faris, Dr. Rowley, Rawan. Yep, she did. She called us Rawan. It's a joke for some people, but it's serious for others. So while we ignore it and we pretend as they do exist, and Mr. Sinaran is a Hindu. So while others want to give you explanations for what Rawan really mean, right? Mr. Sinaran is a Hindu. Mr. Sinaran is a Hindu. I would love to get a video, just to concrete my case on how this view of Rawan goes. I'm tired, you know. Yeah, I'm tired of it, boy. What makes me more tired of it is when you have people making excuses for it. That has been my biggest thing about this whole thing. But I'd love to get a video to show you what the Rawan statement that was made by Ms. Bissessa. Yeah, Ms. Bissessa made the statement. So the Prime Minister, as I said to you earlier on, is making his way to Jamaica. So I want to play for you this news item. I'll play for you this news item. So take a listen to this.
Mr. Stuart Young is set to travel to Jamaica on Wednesday, right at the peak of this country's election season, for a CARICOM meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Young, who will be joined by Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amory Brown, aims to reinforce TNT's ties with CARICOM and the U.S. while deepening cooperation. But with the Prime Minister staying tight-lipped on who will act in his absence, speculation is growing. Still, former Foreign Affairs Minister Winston Dukaran calls the meeting a major win for TNT.
But if we succeed in getting clarity on this issue so that it does not impose any additional risk to our development and to our sovereignty, but more to our development and our sovereignty, I think it will be a great, great success. If it does not do that, then it will just be an act of rhetoric.
Regional political analyst and pollster Peter Wickham agrees that the meeting is crucial in reinforcing the Caribbean region's sovereignty.
I mean, the fundamentals of the oil and gas in Trinidad and Tobago and this deal with Venezuela is absolutely important. The fundamentals for health is also important. But I think there's a fundamental that also it has to speak to, which is the idea of sovereignty and the idea of the fact that, you know, your foreign policy can allow you to be friends of many people and satellites and not satellites of those people at the same time.
But is Prime Minister Stuart Young ready for such high-level talks, with him and his cabinet having been sworn in only on Monday?
I have no doubt that he will not be able to handle the job.
I tell you, it's a hell of a test for him going in as a prime ministerial candidate in the middle of an election to have to fly to Jamaica to take on a battle as this. And indeed, it will be a test. If he comes out of that test shining, I think it will help him considerably in terms of his election battle. He is demonstrating an ability to walk and chew gum at the same time.
CARICOM officials held a virtual meeting on Friday. And according to Guyana's president, key discussions included Venezuela's incursion into Guyana's waters, the role of Cuban workers in CARICOM nations, and trade relations with the United States. CARICOM extended an invitation to the Trump administration for a meeting after the U.S. Secretary of State threatened visa restrictions on Caribbean countries accepting medical aid from Cuban nurses, assistance the U.S. labeled as human trafficking.
Right. Right, so you just heard what the Prime Minister is off to Jamaica. And what Mr. Dukaran had to say and stuff like that. Bear with me, Trinidad and Tobago. Just bear with me a little bit. Because I am a little wary. But I want you to bear with me. Bear with me a little bit. You know, over the weekend, I tell you, I don't know now. I'm going to start to take off my phone. And I have to start to isolate myself a little bit. Right? Because I think this politics starting to something about this politics just ain't right. So somebody said this to me over the weekend, and I was like, what is really going on, boy? Take a listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
We are not walking. You all heard, right? You all ask Giselle, when we campaigning, when we going out in the communities, we will not be walking. You know why? You all have walk.
Well, let's serious, boy. I can start to block people from sending things to my phone. You telling me that you are soliciting people vote and canvassing, walking, talking to people, hearing their views, hearing what they're going through is important so that you know how to represent them. You telling people that you're not walking? Okay. Let's see you win. So, as I said to you, Tobago is heating up. Tobago is heating up. What do I mean by Tobago is heating up? Take a listen to this. Alright? Take a listen to this. Tobago is heating up, Trinidad. So you all wanted to know who going up where and what is going on in Tobago. Right? Take a listen to what's happening in Tobago. Alright? And after this, I'll open up the lines and take your calls.
Tobago People's Party officially announced its candidates for the election. Retired Fire Officer David Thomas had previously been named as the Tobago East candidate, but the party made a surprise reveal last night, selecting Community Development and Sports Secretary Joel Sampson to challenge PNM incumbent Shamfa Cudjoe-Lewis for Tobago West. Both candidates said they are confident, saying they are committed to being with the people and are not intimidated by the PNM. Sampson, who defeated the PNM in the 2021 Tobago House of Assembly elections, believes he can repeat that success on a national level, dethroning Cudjoe-Lewis. And political leader Fali Augustine said that the party's focus is on securing negotiating power. By winning these two seats, the party hopes to have leverage to negotiate for Tobago's needs with both the opposition and the government.
You hear that? They want negotiating power. Only leave me alone now. Leave the eye alone. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. Alright? Let's hear about the PEP.
And Tobago Fisherfolk President Curtis Williams is the Tobago West prospective candidate for the Progressive Democratic Patriots. He will go up against TPP prospective candidate Joel Sampson and the PNM's Shamfa Cudjoe. PDP political leader Watson Duke will contest the Tobago East seat. He made the official announcement during the reveal of his candidates this morning at the PDP Scarborough headquarters.
In choosing a candidate for Tobago West, I have had many options, many persons who came forward who were interested. However, there was one thing that they lacked, which is the guts to fight for Tobago, win, lose, or draw.
Now, Douglas said he will fight for justice by demanding fair pay for fair work.
Okay. All right. Let leave me alone now, boy. Oh, gosh. Leave me alone. So I'm going to the phone lines. And I'd like to hear from people from Tobago. And I really like to hear from people from Tobago, you know, but let's take some calls. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google, Trinidad and Tobago. Pastor Google, I love how Minister Sinaran, the MP, answered. So it shows that within the PNM, we have no racial divide. How they will call the big man or the underside, UNC. And I wonder if the UNC, but thank God for the PNM Hindus, they don't behave like that. I wonder if the UNC Hindus endorse this nonsense that has been going on. How and Pastor Gold, the man break it down and show them what it means. You understand? So all the practicing racism then. So all they don't want the light-skinned Indians associate themselves with dark-skinned people. So why Jolene is there? And Jolene, because people and yourself who like yourself, what you are doing in that party, because they are clearly discriminating against dark-skinned people. And last time I looked, you are dark just like me. But I thank God we do have that culture in the PNM. Everybody is welcome. Every creed and race is in the PNM and is happy to be in the PNM. So I could come across. Pastor Gold, I understand that the Prime Minister will be out of the country soon.
Yes.
Right. We have I know the newscasters that like to create culture and bubble, but we have a whole host of persons who could be there as acting Prime Minister, namely Penny. You understand? So although create no culture and bacchanal, we know what we are about in the PNM, and we have a good leader in the name of Stuart Young, our Prime Minister. Pastor Google, I gone.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How are you?
I am okay, sir.
Well, first thing, I don't know if it's my imagination. The place rock a little bit just now?
Excuse?
Did the place rock a little bit just now?
I didn't feel anything.
Maybe it is the bomb you're dropping so big it shake up all the place by million. Anyhow, Pastor Google, didn't Tobago have adequate representation when the two areas was being represented by PNM people who were actually in the government at the time? Wasn't that adequate enough for them? They want more adequate? I'm just trying to understand why it is the guy in the party in Tobago is saying that. Because if you have people who are already ministers, and you have the Prime Minister who is a Tobagonian, what additional representation do you want? I'm just asking questions. And secondly, you spoke about the Prime Minister now going to Jamaica to negotiate with America. Pastor Google, we remember when the then Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, went to negotiate for increased revenues from companies with oil from the 6.25% to 12.5%. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember what the opposition leader said?
Mm-mm.
Well, she said that if it is they go to negotiate something like that, it will rob the people. Nobody will continue to invest, and we will end up losing out. And blah, 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 blah. But what happened? So now the reason why I brought that up is because do we think that Mrs. Prasad Bisasa is adequate enough to negotiate with Mr. Trump or his representatives to get our sovereignty actually become aware to the United States? A person who was afraid to negotiate for a higher income in tax revenue for the oil is now going to look to negotiate with Mr. Trump and his party. People, all you know all you're going to do? Really? With a party that seems that every single minute of the day somebody is leaving because of what it is they see is wrong? And we're hearing so many other things that are wrong more than we ever thought was wrong. But we still going. Pastor Google, I don't know, now there's not as blind as you will not see. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for taking my call via this matter. I keep saying, who said it first? They left the party. Jack Warner said it first. Lindy Raoult said it. Dr. Faoud Khan said it. How much of them said it? The last set that just leave said to us, oh, even Mr. Gregory Aboud came out first, and he's not a member of the party, said to us that they are using racial slurs and racial connotations. Isn't that so?
Mm-hmm.
But if we remember, Tobago, I don't want to hear Tobago. Tobago didn't have 2 seats under the People's Partnership. Delman Baker, what's her name again?
Vanilla
the one who
Allen
come in the
Toppin.
parliament. But, no, and they had one more.
Vanilla
The
Allen
man with the
Toppin.
pumpkin. No, Delman Baker was the man who went and take the liposuction, the guy belly get smaller. But I had another one who was planting the pumpkin.
Yeah, but he wasn't in this. He wasn't in the parliament.
Okay, he wasn't in the parliament, but he was right. But
Vanilla Allen
so,
Toppin was the person.
Allen Toppin and was Delman Baker, right? And Delman Baker, 2 of them was there, not the 3 of them. But anyhow, so they had the chance. They had 29 seats. And if they wanted to change the position of Tobago to give Tobago so-called self-governance, Ms. Toppin should have done that with Mr. Delman Baker. They didn't do that. So Farley want to come now to hand over all your birthright. So if, and they use 2 like me again to come to do the same thing again against another kind in another race in the PNM to try to make the PNM look racist. Think about this. The same lady who writing to Trump to put sanction on our sitting Prime Minister now, who was Minister of Energy then. They're trying to spoil. Imagine that's supposed to be one of our lifeline, the Dragon deal. And we have a group of people who siding with Trump, who most likely we could lose it. You would support a group of people who support a man who could chop off their head? Does that make sense, Trinidad and Tobago? Your support, the opposition is supporting Trump, knowing the possibility exists that we could lose one of our lifelines to carry our country forward, to continue GATE, the same laptop that they want to tell you about free, the 100 school that they're talking about. How you feel they get the money? If Mr. Manning didn't leave it, they wouldn't have it, you know. Pastor Google, enjoy your day.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
All right, so caller, I don't know what you're doing, but you are listening to me on the radio and not on your phone. Hello, good afternoon.
After we get breaking news, they discover a hole in UNC that all the politicians dropping out. They just do that. UNC have a hole in the party, all the politicians dropping out.
You will see that thing yet, you know, is after this evening, you can know if the hole is real or not. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hi.
Good afternoon, darling. I just want to tell Mr. Stooge, he is a Warren, if he didn't know. Jolene is a Warren, if she didn't know. Khadija Amin is a Warren, if she didn't know. And all who look like them is Warren on that side. It's them, you know. The PNM never get nobody zoning. The PNM accept everybody. Even if Camilla come now in the UN, the PNM we go accept she. We don't give nobody no name. So I don't know where they're coming from with the damn sort of dotishness.
Based on what?
Thank you.
Thank you. And based on what the explanation that Minister Sinanan has given, what do you call her saying there? is right, you know. Mr. Sinanand said it. And Mr. Sinanand is a Hindu. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Gugu.
Hi, good afternoon.
Pastor Gugu, I am concerned with the PNM strategy here, but nevertheless.
What is their strategy?
Well, I'm gonna respond, right?
Okay.
One, we hearing a lot of the other side coming over and what have you, which I really don't want to hear, you know. And you have the hearing things from the PNM side, right?
You hardly hearing what?
Things from the PNM side, right?
Things from the PNM side?
Yeah, things from the PNM side.
Explain that to me.
Things like, for instance, but before the election was announced, you were showing a lot of things that was being done by the PNM and so forth and so forth.
Right.
Which, in my respective view, this is the right time now to keep pushing that. Right? Also, you find that certain things that just like Jack Warren and things have said, Gary Griffith, Alexander, this is good, and this is the right time in my respective view. Right? For those things to be played, what they said about the party that they're going back to join the fight, the PNM, right? That is true. And three, right? Somehow I am getting a bad notion with this overconfidence with the PNM. I'm seeing a revisit to the Manning era when he lost the election, right? That snap election, and also what I saw in Tobago. You understand me? I don't know who advised Mr. Young. I think that this 3 months should have been while in office to show to show what they can do before that election was called. This is my view, right? Before the election was called, show what your finance minister is doing, show what your thing, and that was a kind of campaigning in itself without calling election. You understand me? And so I am really looking to see who the strategists, you know, who really doing what, you know, to really make that point. You understand me? Push that narrative. And I am really not seeing it. I am not seeing it. You were doing a good job, you know. You and Daisy and the others were doing a good job pre. But now it seems that it's only you and I don't know, man.
So are you willing to stay on the line, or you
Of course.
All right.
Yes, of course.
So everybody have their strategies, right? Yeah. Everybody have their strategies. I am personally compiling my little achievements, because I don't want to just do it haphazardly. You have to do it. You have to structure it properly. Systematic. Right. So for me, it's not just a come and just show what the government do. You have to. I'm trying to do it in such a way that people would say, okay, this was done this year, last year, the year before. So you give a proper overview of the achievements. That's one. Okay. Two, now what you say in there, right? I want you to listen to me. What you say in there about Prime Minister Young's strategy of calling election at a month time and not giving him, pacing himself out by allowing, you know, him to allowing his ministers to show their worth of what they can do. I had that discussion with I had a Facebook Live program, right? And I would have had that discussion on the Facebook Live, which just what you said there is what I was sharing. And you had people who were undecided, people who haven't made up their mind if they're going to vote, who are undecided, who are iffy, would have called in. And they said this to me. They said, if Minister Young had allowed the ministers to function and start to show X, Y, and Z, most people would have looked at it as an election gimmick. In the sense that, oh, they're just doing that to win my vote. So there's a two-sided look at it. If he do it, they will say, oh, you're just doing that to win votes. If he didn't do it, you should have given them an opportunity to prove themselves. Either which, that's how it's swinging.
Well, I beg to differ in that you still have to go on a platform.
No, well, remember they haven't yet started to roll out.
Agreed, right? But what I'm saying, they will still have to go on a platform, articulate what they want to do. Again, this is a visual age. Against people seeing for themselves. Hey, this man really make a difference from the last minister, national security boy. You know, this finance minister, he a little more soft, he a little more, the approach is very different, and what have you. The very action, seeing the very action again, just going on a platform and articulate it. I think the undecided, who those persons would have gotten that real push. I think they wouldn't get the push. I'm saying they would have gotten the real push by seeing Gonzalo operating. By seeing this new Indian minister
but they still have to operate. It's not like if the ministry closed down and as if they do have because when Minister Gonzalo went into the Ministry of National Security, the media bombarded him immediately and started asking him about the cameras and started asking him about the body cameras and started asking him about, and he said, hey, I have to get a handover. This is what I plan to do. This is an X, Y, and Z. So they still have to. It's not as though they're not going to prove themselves.
Well, you see, finally, I'll say this, right? With the absence of the noise, election noise, I think that they would have been seen more. It would have been a little more glaring with the absence of the election noise. So when the election really cold, you understand, and the noise starts, at least the impression would have been already made upon the minds and the heart.
I don't think so. I still want it to be open. I still want, even though that's your view and you hold fast to your view, I still want it to be open to the fact that there is a body or a group of people in Trinidad and Tobago who see and who feel that things are gimmicks, and there are some people who appreciate the fact that, hey, you show us that you could create a change or a shake-up in the cabinet. But if you within how much, 3 months, 6 months, you trying to show us that you could make a big change within that time, no, you're on games. You're on games. I said to you that you may not accept that, but there is a huge factor of people. If you watch the news last night, when they asked them, the people meter, they asked them, what you think about X, Y, and Z? There's a huge contingent of people who prefer, hear what? Don't give me no games. Don't play me for no games. Don't tell me that you're going to do this. Don't come into our ministry and try to feel that you can shake it up within X, Y, and Z. So that's what I say. Just be open to another side of it.
I think with the new faces, the new personality, I think, as you said, the right-minded thinking people, with the new faces, the new personality, the new leadership, I think that person sensible enough to say, nah, this is no gimmick, man.
Well, again, as I said to you, I'll do. I don't say that. Well, you have your view, but I'm saying to you that you have to be open-minded to that. There are a huge contingent of people who are not accepting that.
Okay, but that's my view.
That's the reality of it out here. Don't play me. Don't dance me. Don't play me for a fool.
But I don't think the board has to be a fool because it's a new prime minister.
Yeah, and people even different. So even though
different because of his soft nature, because you know Mr. Rowley, he is aggressive, right? He's aggressive. This is not so much of aggressive.
I wouldn't say it as I wouldn't say aggressive. He is assertive. He's assertive.
He's very assertive, passive aggressive. Right? But I think with a different personality, it would have given the undecided to see.
So let's leave it there because you're still saying the same thing in another way. But I'm still telling you that at the end of the day, there is a huge contingent of people who are not accepting what you're saying there. Trust me. Yeah, man. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, GTA, Grandy. Now, Pastor Google, I know you're playing with storage, and you know what he said about Sinanan, but he mentioned something about Vega, your Puchman. You see these people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see these people? You see, if people really go up in Vegari or Pooch and in the Pine, where you talk about Babonde and road and all them things and fix, they're going to realize that they're lying. Now, there are certain streets that Monroe, certain area that Monroe fixed, that he could have fixed. That's how they value whatever, how the money come. He fixed. You understand me? Certain people gotta wait. They gotta wait. They can't get everything one time, and this is how they're trying to portray this whole thing. Now, I have seen Ministry of Works walking. You understand me? A hole, they get certain holes on the road, they patch it. They get their own roller, they come and they patch it. Them guys go on the road in the hot sun, they come and they patch it. So I don't know what they're really talking about. Now we mentioned Milau. That's the farming area going down at the back. You know why the area had to be in that? It's because of the representative. You understand me? When you have representatives saying that once we come into power, once we come in the cooperation, we are going to we're not going to ask the government or central government for nothing, because we're going to make the government look, we're looking to make the government look bad. And that's what exactly that's what they're trying to do. Since when Anil Ramos was councillor before he became chairman, that is what he did. When Mr. Rondon was chairman, Milauf Road used to fix. But because these people took over the whole cooperation, there is nothing being done in the area under the cooperation. So they want to make it look like it's the PNM. Same for all, I live in the squatting area, right? Okay, good. You're coming to the squatting area. You're trying to tell me how Monroe couldn't do better. But Monroe meeting with me because I is the president for the area, trying to farm the group. Monroe meet with me, he said, here we happen, register in our group and come and we talk so we could see if we could get the lights and water for the area. So ask the Commissioner of State Land to remove it, but he cannot work by himself alone. He have to have a group that is registered. I keep telling the people that, you know when it comes to coming for telling the people, let a full party card, so when them come into power, they're going to get help. That is nonsense. That is whatever the ministry have is for us. We don't have to full a party card to get something. And this is what the people, this is what they're spreading into the area, the lies. And because people not reading and listening and trying to get the real facts, that's what they're running with. I know, but right now, Pastor Google, I try to say, well, I will take a little rest and let some young people go and walk the election and things. But no, I tell Mr. Ronald we're working with him because this nonsense got to stop. This is going to be, I don't see this is be one of the worst election in terms of racism. For the longest while they started it.
All right, thank
you very much. For the longest while.
Thank you very much, caller. Appreciate your call. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Guru.
Hi, good afternoon.
The gentleman spoke about strategy, and I wouldn't belittle his comment because everybody entitled to our opinion. But there are people who would say a strategy is not what you say, but what you do. There are some would say a strategy is not a strategy if everybody know, unless the strategy is to let everybody know. So there will be always a variant conversation about strategy. But there clearly was a strategy when Prime Minister Siot Young would have called the April 28th election. Because I will tell you what, just recently the Liberal Party in Canada would have elected, I think his name is Mike Carney, as the Prime Minister of Canada. He doesn't have any experience in politics. He's a banker. However, he too has called an election April the 28th instead of October this year. So isn't that a strategy probably? Again, you can have all the strategy in the world at the end of the day. If on April the 28th, people don't go out in the numbers and vote, all the strategy will go to naught. The thing is this, you and everybody else, we have been speaking about the things that the People's National Movement has done. We have a situation with the UNC, apparently they feel they could go back to the days of Badisaga Maraj and that type of racism and continue it in these times. And people are getting fed up of that, the young people are getting fed up of that. They have not changed their strategy. which is one of fear and racism. And Sun Tzu say, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you will know your battles. So we already know the enemy, the political enemy, the UNC, and what they do. And they prey on people's fears and uncertainty. So a simple strategy is allaying people's fear, and how you do that is information and evidence. And there are some people, no matter what you show them past the Google, they will not change their minds. And if you stay on them, you use up all your energy. And the people who really want to know and understand, you'll end up leaving them out. I'm saying all this to say, there's an election April the 28th. If for 10 years the PNM has been in office and people still don't know what the PNM has done, telling them no, they're going to tell you you're not telling them.
Holy line.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago. Scarborough, Pigeon Point, everybody come out. Let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy... Man, you see that what I can't take with all you? All right, let me do this. Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April. Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cachet stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Clip Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cachet, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
I want to wish you the best of luck. You're a fighter. And I know side by side in the coalition of interest, steps will help us fix it.
Indeed, thank you for that endorsement. This Saturday, 22nd March, all roads lead to the PEP mass rally at our St. Joseph office, Bamboo number 1. Come hear our powerful lineup of speakers, including yours truly, deliver the blueprint for rescuing our country. There'll be bouncy castles and face painting for the kids, and good food and drinks galore. Family activities start from 2 p.m. and the political meeting starts at 5. Bring the whole family and come. We stand united. Together, we will fix it.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Street to the halls of power. The voice of the people is loud and clear. Real talk, real issues, real change. On The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Poverty is no excuse. You don't ever win but lose. This is Karina Shea and you're listening to Pastor Google on Street 919 FM.
Right. So I am back with you, taking your calls. So today, all ears and eyes will be glued to the outcome of what some people say is going to be an interesting turn of events in the United National Congress. Oh boy! Olia. This is going to be really interesting for some people. For me, it's a bittersweet. Why is it bittersweet? Because, you know, I'm not feeling the vibes because I've lost a good friend, as I would have told you all earlier on. I lost a real good friend. Young lady, not no thing, a young lady, you know. So, let's see how this goes this afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, me still here, Pastor Google.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, but I just wanted to, because it's important sometimes, everybody have opinions and we're entitled to it. It's free. But again, I was just responding to the gentleman again, and he spoke about strategy, and I would have explained. People think all different things about strategy. But it's on April the 28th. That is where the things will have to happen to get people to come out and vote, right? Because if after 10 years you still don't know what the People's National Movement would have done under Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, I don't think now you will know so. It is what it is. But again, he spoke about the people dropping out the UNC and joining the PNM. The PNM is anybody could join the PNM.
But if you look,
that
I don't know.
No,
where,
but they don't know if they're joining the PNM in the first place. Right?
No, because, and I'm not going to say that. If you look at the list of the names of persons who have left the UNC, they are not, they haven't, I don't know that, this man, what's his name? Roberts. Victor Roberts hasn't joined the PNM.
And that's what I'm saying. But
this next gentleman, Larry Lala, hasn't joined the
but so that's what I'm saying. So people dropping out the UNC is not an indication they're joining the PNM. And even if that were true, anybody could join the PNM, but that doesn't mean to say you'll be able to make a decision within the PNM political party or anything like that. There's a member, anybody could be member, drop out, thing with that isn't okay. The thing is, if you're going to vote PNM on the, April 20th, and finally, the gentleman spoke about overconfidence. What is wrong with the showing the visuals of young people in the red and they're excited and they're walking and all that? That is good. That is a motivating factor, but that doesn't negate the fact that we know it's not just that alone. And that don't mean to say it's overconfidence. But it is good to see, because they always say it's only one set of old people in the PNM, and we're not seeing that now. We're seeing a lot of young people. We're seeing the young ones, especially when Prime Minister Young walked in Tunapuna. I was there. And it was real. It wasn't anything make-up. The young people are gravitating because they've seen themselves in him. And they've seen the crossover appeal. They're excited. And they want to be a part of that energy. What is wrong in that? But we still know at the end of the day, there's nothing to be taken for granted because it's on April the 28th, on election day where elections are won and political parties win elections. But the visual is good. When you look at Mrs. Kamala predecessor walking, I saw them recently walking up with her husband. And it seemed to me as though her husband was sleeping on himself. And when somebody bought mother, he opened his eye and he tried to hold on to her post so he'll fall down. That is how I interpret that. She looked weak, she looked feeble. It looked Jolie John watching tea time like saying, well, which part is Jolie John face skin up? How does that look when compared now when you look to Prime Minister Young and you see him walking briskly and the young people around him? When you put up the two together, that gives you a visual. Isn't that also motivating? Does that mean it's overconfident? But these things are important. You need the visual, you need the head conversation, you need the heart conversation. And all those things could be a part of a strategy. So I say again, I don't see anything wrong, or again, my opinion, in what has happened. Why wouldn't Prime Minister Young want to stay in office for the next 3-4 months? Go into Parliament and have the opposition every minute, but we don't recognize you. The who put you there, walk out and have all that sort of negativity. Call it now and let us make a decision, give a mandate, and let's move on. I think that is a strategy than having this played out. My opinion. Thank you so much.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking at this strategy. Strategy is near perfect. And I agree with you when you said if they are trying to wrangle the whole thing, it will appear as if they are doing things for the election. The UNC strategy was coming back from the Cambridge analytical document, whereby you attack the leader and some key figures. And that was the deal with Manning. They went after him, they went after Corder Hart and things like that. And the campaign of what Manning did and who he was never was able to be ventilated in the campaign. No, the strategy now is what they are planning for. They were planning for Hines, they were planning for Iwer, and they were planning for Dr. Rowe. And the strategy that was used there, I don't know if it was Stuart alone, if Rowe spoke to him afterwards, was moving these key figures out of it and give them really nothing to campaign about. And so they find themselves now grasping for straws. So they pulled something from 33 years ago to try to make it an issue. Because without that, what is the issue? What is the issue? The issue is what? These fellas pay themselves big money, but he gone. In about 3 weeks' time, that talk is not germane at all because he is not there. The issue of Iwer being arrogant and doing this 4% and all that, that's gone too. And this Hines, as the Prime Minister say, aye, this thing with Hines, that's gone also. What Stuart was able to do to put pay to the whole thing was putting some competent people in the places where they were going to argue about crime, argue about this. So I put in these 3 different people there, and where we going? And Young being able to bring people from the West on board, it put them in a position now. And added to that, they just disintegrated. So who can say that's a good strategy? What is strategy? You give those folks a time to run 2-5 tricks and they make a couple of mistakes and all of a sudden the shine that they came on board with it's gone? No, it was a good strategy and it is beginning to work already. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pastor Google, with respect to the caller before the last caller, if after 9.5 years of this government being in office, you still want them to go on for a further 4 months, and you still don't understand what they have done over the last 9.5 years, if you can't sit down and recollect that as soon as they got into office, what they faced, that there were no vessels to go to between Trinidad and Tobago. There was a big hue and a cry from certain people in Tobago about no vessels. Because the 2 vessels that were there before were not ever dry docked. They never received repairs, and therefore they were not good enough to be on the water because Lloyd's of London indicated, listen, they gave you all an extension. They didn't say they gave this, the PNM, you know, they said, we gave you all an extension, we can give you no more. And you know who was blamed for that? And being shouted at? This government. If you can remember from those days up to today, what this government had to go through vis-a-vis no oil under $1, COVID, when nothing was being done, where some people even could not work, could not pay their bills. You understand? And this government had to step in to assist the people, the citizens of this country. If you can't remember all that was built, all that was done by this government, and all what was being said by the opposition, how many times the opposition took this government to court during COVID? Over 60 times, and lost on every occasion. If you can't remember all of these things, well then, what can be said in the next 2 to 3 months? Mark Carney, who took over as Prime Minister of Canada, is not even a member of Parliament. It's not even a member. And what was being said, people must look at all the news, and they will get an understanding. And he called an election and said elections will be on the 28th of April. Because he said we were a minority government, and if I go to hold Parliament, they will hold a vote of no confidence in us, and that will be the end of that. All of these things people don't know. You have to look at it. And who is Mark Carney? And he called an election in big Canada. If you haven't seen the work done by the Honorable Stuart Young, SC, over the last 10 years, what he has done together with the Honorable Prime Minister, together how he has spoken to people like Maxine Waters and so on, the Congresswoman from United States, and the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, and all of these people to ensure we get our OFAC license, the negotiations with Venezuela to ensure that we got permission from Venezuela to go ahead and extract the gas from Dragon and to separate Manatee from Lauren, and all of these other things. Well, then it doesn't make sense. It's not going to change anything. And as Sister Jenny rightly said, you're going to go to Parliament to hear what? All the nasty things that they're going to say. They're saying the nasty things outside of Parliament. What do you think they will do if they get into Parliament? It's not going to change because they know it's an election year. And whatever this government does between now and let's say August, if they had decided to hold it then, to announce it then, everybody will be saying the same thing. Well, it's an election year. What it is they're trying to do? They do nothing for 9 years. They want to do things in the next 4 months. So what does the Honorable Prime Minister do? He says, listen, you all know what we have done. We have no one before the court. They have people before the court, and that alone should tell we the people, are you going to vote for people who have matters to answer before the court? Or are you going to vote for persons who you know have performed, have no one before the court, and have done what they're supposed to do, and have shown you who their candidates are? Up to now, we don't know who the other candidates are for the other major party. Or I should say the other gang fronting as a party. We don't know. We have not seen that leader walking anywhere. We have not seen that leader making comments to say what they're going to do to benefit the people outside what she has been ranting and raving about for years, and saying that in constituencies held by the PNM are poor and underserved and have no good schools and have no good business and the people are never no good and all they're doing is killing one another. Is that what you want to hear? Or you want to sit down and reflect on the good that has been done under when the Honorable former Prime Minister Dr. Rowley was there, and he had as his understudy in his office Stuart Young SC, who today has done so much that we could talk about over the last 9.5 years. If you don't know what has been done today, well then 4 months, sir, is not going to change your mind. You have to sit and you have to reflect and you have to reminisce and understand and look and see in your own mind. And you have to make a decision. And when you hear people being called names like Rawan and so on, they said, I could recall in the parliament, if you recall, sir, that the PNM is people who normally call people names. And look at who calling names. The PNM has not called anybody any names, but they're calling people names. I wanted to explain to us what Rawan really means. It is a nasty, nasty thing. It is so disappointing that the things that they say, and there are people who look like you and me, sir, who in that particular organization, I don't even want to call them a party, in that organization that look like you and me, and they have nothing to say. And if it is, there are people leaving that party. They're not leaving because, if you listen to what they have said, they're not leaving because the committee joined the PNM. They're leaving because of the leadership. And what the leadership has been portraying over the last 9.5 years, because there has been no change, sir. It's the same racist attitude, the same, give me this, give me that, pay money to join my party or else you're out. I take what I give you or else you're out. That is why the people in Diego Martin Northeast have decided to resign from the party, because things are being shoved down their throat. It's a dictatorship. And if you're not seeing those things now, you want to wait to see it in 4 months' time, sir? You're not seeing those things? What else do you want to see again? It is there for us to see. It is when a member of parliament says, I resign from that party, and they say, well, we don't really care about he. That means for 9.5 years, they did not care about him, sir. For 9.5 years. And if you not see it, and if for 9.5 years you had support from people like Hottie Haynes, Rambali, and others who were spewing the gospel of that leader, and then for 9 months she cast them aside, all because they were just simply saying, hey, we're supposed to have an election at a certain time, and we need to have it. And they were cast aside after 9 years of supporting that leader in the parliament. And they represent people. They represent constituencies. And they were cast aside. Well, what does she think? What do you think she thinks about you? And what is more you want to see? It is there for you to see even up to today. All you have to do, sir, is sit down, look on, and reflect, and you will see it for yourself. There's nothing more to see. The elections have been called, and the PNM is ready. The others are not. Have a good day, sir.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Hello?
Yes, caller.
Yes, Pastor Google, now I have to be careful how I talking because money passing, right? So, let's read between the lines. You know, I doesn't understand. Some people might sign contracts with Lucifer just to end up in parliament, you know. When I could see you could bash something and then come and put a post and say that it was AI manipulated, how I could trust you, boy, to lead me or to sit down and represent any part of this country concerning me. Huh? Sure, you don't need to wake up with this stupidness that's going on out here, you know. You understand? All right, I hope all you understand what I say.
Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
This fight is about bread, butter, and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat, and tears. We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome. When talking about labor here in Trinidad, you can't leave out Butler, the man from Hyderabad.
So it gets interesting, yeah? It gets really, really interesting. Take a listen, you know. Take a listen. You see, when I ask you something as gay, but I want you all to listen to this.
Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Gandhi. He's the Minister of Road. Sinanan. Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Gandhi. He's the Minister of Road. Especially when his proxy, Mr. Monroe, is from Sandy Gandhi.
A subsequent post on Khadija Amin's Facebook page read, Rawan Sinanan with a laughing emoji. In response to Sturge and Amin, Sinanan calls it quote-unquote a dog whistle to the Hindu population, linking him to an embodiment of treachery to Hindus from the Ramayana epic. He says, apart from the war between Lord Rama and the demon king Ravana, also called Rawan, in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people. He says, quote, in Trinidad politics, we all know what that means and can mean, especially around election time. It means Rawan Sinanan, traitor, consorting with the dark-skinned against us Hindus. To this accusation, I am happy to plead guilty. Amidst pledging support for his political party, Sinanan further says, quote, the PNM has traditionally been the party of dark-skinned, light-skinned, brown-skinned and white-skinned people. All are welcome in the PNM, and I am proud to be part of it. If being a Rawan means being against a party which is sinking into racial dog whistling, then I am guilty. Call me Rawan all you want. End quote. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
Certainly you have the right to endorse anybody. So comrade, don't be uptight or fuss too much over me. I just do not understand why you forsake your own brother. But if you're happy with that, you could go and campaign for Lucifer or his sister. Roger, comrade Roger. Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger!
Listen to Trinidad and Tobago. Listen. All we could do is just give you the information.
Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban men, sorry. Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban. Removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban. Removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban. Removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban.
Governance today. I thought you was all for that like George Wicks and Rians. This fight is about bread, butter and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat and tears. We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome.
Will you hear that? There's 700 of you on YouTube. Will you hear that? Will you hear it? I can play it over, you know. I can play it over. I want you to listen to what she said. This is not by chance, boy. Why we believing this is a chance thing? This happened by chance. It just happened. We serious? Eh?
Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban. Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban. Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these Raraban.
Well, what is really going on in this country, boy? What is really going on in this country? So Ms. Bissessa calling people Rawan. Wait, Sturge calling people Rawan. Khadija Amin calling you Rawan. And we comfortable. Yeah, hate Rowley. Yeah, just. See, you're watching me and calling me a Rawan. And it's normal. It's nothing. It is nothing. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Gogo.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pastor Gogo, I call on Kamala, you said that apologize to the African race. An open apology.
Apologize, you say, you know?
Yes, because...
So when Miss Vicessas talk about slave name and people... Well, yeah. All right, go ahead, sorry.
Pastor Gogo, this thing is well orchestrated.
Of course it is.
It's well orchestrated. Politics is a game that you have to think and strategize. It's well orchestrated. They know what they're doing. They know what they are saying, right? And also, Pastor Gogo, we had an earlier caller talking about Stuart Young calling the election too early. So, if you follow carefully, this was well orchestrated by the PNM, Dr. Rowley, and the rest of ministers to call this election at this perfect time, because they have been calling upon the PNM for call election, and they get what they wanted, and they are caught now with their pants down fighting for candidates. And we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to be very aware what they're going to present to us this evening, because look at what is going on, right? You have a fellow like Philip Alexander, she put in the north there, right, to fight against Young. He went to Woodford Square and condemned one of our historical buildings, the Red House, and said that waste of money and all kind of things in Woodford Square, which part both of us nearly get a serious debate about that. And this is the unpatriotic people that the UNC is putting up there to represent our country. We have to be very, very aware. And also do not forget to say they are not supporting anything that the PNM government did bring. So whatever you see going on in Trinidad, the PNM didn't have the majority to pass the bills. So we have to be aware. People, do not make that mistake and destabilize Trinidad and Tobago. We have to know what it is going on. What is going on. Also up here in Sandy Grande, which part where Insurge is walking, it's undeveloped places, quarters area, and you will have a lot of people saying things because some of them don't participate in voting. So don't mind when Insurge coming up and telling you about Vega and Babande and all those kind of places. You know why he's calling all those places. Okay? So people just be aware, think consciously that we have a Prime Minister in Stuart Young working hard on our behalf to see Trinidad and Tobago on a better footing. Okay, Pastor Google, thanks for the little time, bro.
Thank you very much. Program. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Blessed day to you, Pastor Google. These people, the UNC, have no authority to talk to us here. They were never ever about country, its friends and family. How much of them had to go to court? It's always about the money and not country. It's party before country. And a whole bunch of crooks on that side. We have to wake up and pretend nothing but smell no coffee. Vote PNM. It's always PNM that always had to bring back this country. We only had money for 3 days. Money was borrowed. The royalties in England, I have shareholders pertaining to the citizens of this country. And get back the royalties, not a civil servant went home. Ban pandemic, we have to save people's lives. Nobody that wants you dead.
Yeah, man.
And that's inevitable. What the UNC ever did in this country, besides mere people names, what was done the Hansard concerning Dr. Rowley.
All right,
But
caller.
then something. Now the novel Stuart Young is a bully. So the bully who left for the next bully day. These people, I tell you, they're sick.
All
But
right.
you get what they want. Time longer than twine. We want our money back.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Jose. You know, I'm a East Indian, let me tell you that. Because what I'm going to say, you might feel I might be saying something. That is why I leave the UNC.
Why you left the UNC?
Because of that Rawan talk and all them stupid talk they talk.
Are you a Hindu?
Exactly.
You are Hindu?
I know. Yes, and I know what I'm talking about. I got we go to Ramlila and all these kind of things.
So let me ask you this. So me being uncomfortable with a political party referring to people like me, dark-skinned people as
Boy,
Rawan.
that is what I'm telling you. That is why I leave them clung, boy. That is why I don't go around them again, boy. You see, when you have trans growing up and grand trans growing up and all these things,
Yeah.
you're trying to make a way. Because when you go to school, who you going to school among? When you go UV, who you going among? When you go to others, who you going among? So how, when you walk in the Port of St. John Hospital, you don't see them thing? You, as I know, you don't see them thing. So that is why I take it clout.
Right.
And what Rowley has done for this country between the time, for the 10 years,
Yes, sir.
he getting 5 of my vote.
How
That is what he getting.
Where you live, sir?
I live in Felicity.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Shagonas West.
Yes. Yes.
I am telling you that he's going to get my vote because you see what he has done from the time he take over from 2050. I appreciate that very, very much. That is all I could tell you. Me want to know how much hospital he built, how much strategy he had to have. I don't want to know nothing else. But what he put out this country from that point in time, partner, I appreciate very well. I didn't want him to go,
Yeah.
but to go, you have to go.
Yeah.
And I am not stupid. I am going to vote for one person. Young is both Chinese and Indian. I gave him my vote. He's 2 people. I am voting for one. Later, partner.
Thank you very much. My goodness. Daddy saying get 5 vote from yours. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google. Good afternoon to the callers, 919 Constructive Talk on this Monday afternoon. Right.
You ready
Now,
for later? You ready for later?
Well, listen to me now. I have a popcorn. I decided to buy some red soda or some Coke, and I go in and sit down in work, log onto my phone, and I want to see who the 28 candidates that will be unveiling towards the public in this election under the UNC. I await that.
Yeah,
I think I'm an insider, but I will wait. I will wait on that.
You feel let's look at 3 candidates. You feel Khadija going back?
Yes.
You feel what you name? For Paxton Bay, you feel he going back?
David Lee?
Yeah.
Yes.
You believe Anita Haynes going back?
No.
Anita going right back there. You think
Anita Haynes going back there. She going
back. She going back there.
No.
And
Let me tell you something.
You think Russian Parry going back?
No.
We going back there.
Anita Haynes and Russian Parry, is it 2 of them going to get the axe? She going to put Sean Sobers and Tabakit?
No, that but
and this Morris fella, I forget his first name, in Mayaro. Is that between Morris and Kelvin Ramnarine going Mayaro?
Kelvin went for screening?
Kelvin Ramnarine or the Morris fella? Either or going Mayaro.
Wait, did Kelvin went for screening?
Kelvin Morris, Kelvin Ramnarine?
Yeah.
What is screening in the UNC? Whether if you cut a deal with the UNC, Pastor Google, what to do with that now? Once you cut a deal with the UNC, whether if I had to support you to give me something. So you see, it's between the Morris fella who was in the then Ramlogan HU office and Kelvin Ramnarine. That the two persons you're looking at for that seat.
Yes.
But I know definitely she gonna put Sean Sobers in Tabakit.
No.
And Giants ain't going there.
No, I will protest. I will protest.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I hear and I don't understand that she reject the pavement from Kuva North. But you know that only talk. She reject the pavement from Kuva North, but we know
Who's that?
the pavement, the Ratman from Kuva North.
The Ratman.
The Ratman. She it's not to understand that she rejected, but we will see her nomination day if he gonna file nomination for that same seat, because it happened in 2020, you know, that she put this person, I forget his name, and then it's at Bacchanal and she has it for we name there, you know. Ratman. So who
is Ratman? You can't do that.
Ravi Ratiram.
Oh, Ravi Ratiram.
You understand? I saw Ratman, the rat pimp. I just call him that. Yeah, so that's it. Let me see if she goes, because she's saying that she rejected here, but he will be my shop nomination day for that seat. So we will wait and we will see. You understand? I have a popcorn plus a Google and my cokes and work waiting for 7 p.m. tonight.
Well, I had to buy some popcorn then. I got to buy some
because
popcorn.
I know after tonight it got a real bacchanal in our party, because people who had filed nominations since last year April and who paid $2,000 from since then to now. We will wait and we will see.
Nah, they go work out.
But want to mind P&M business. The next one in Tobago, this Samson fella, who would have against Shamfa.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got messages and I give a history on about that person.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to listen.
I hear he's our favorite.
But I will listen to me. I know that person. I know that person more than 10 years now. So I'll tell you on that person. We go talk.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Booger. Good afternoon, sir. Pastor Booger, well, you know, today is a very busy day in the politics, yeah?
Who is this? You're talking soft like you're trying to
Yeah, it's better now.
You're trying to frustrate my little day. I don't frustrate it already. You're coming to frustrate me more.
No, Pastor, don't get frustrated.
You're trying to make me lose my $2 out.
Your day, look, we are all looking forward to 7 p.m. First time.
Yeah, first time I waited to see about it.
I tell you, I hear people telling the nation, if you have to book a seat in the arena,
yes,
from all 2 o'clock.
Yes, I get the message too. I get the message.
Because it's going to be sold out. The arena is a small arena.
It's a small arena. It's no big arena. Don't nobody fool you. It's small.
It's a small venue. And they're telling you book your seat early because it could be real fire. Some people are going to be buying popcorn. Some are going to be buying live alcohol to soothe their bad feeling, because it's not going to be nice. We know for a fact that screening is nothing to the USC. People who we are almost certain have not passed the screening committee might end up in front of the EBC on nomination day, where nobody can do nothing about it.
Only stop it now, man. Only stop it. And especially only on the live. Only on the live be able to self. It have over 773 people on the live here, and it's bacchanal with them on this live. Only be able to self.
The 41 candidates, Kabbalah parading is really a parade. You know. It's more than that. It's a charade.
Hey,
because on the
you know what hurt? You know what is really these people and people, as when you look through social media on TikTok, people are I saw a video where people are actually crying that people vote for UNC, you know. In the midst of all of this bacchanal and all of this drama that's going on, people are crying and asking people to still consider the UNC as a viable option, in a way. People watching in your face and calling you Rawan. Imagine that. Imagine I must put aside. Here what they're telling you. Forget voting race. Don't vote race. Don't vote race. Stop voting race. Stop voting on tribal. But then I must be so And some people say, I must be like a mummy. I must be so stupid. I must be so dunce like the back of a spoon to watch somebody calling me Rowan and go and dip my finger to the tanks.
And then this colleagues who have microphones to tell you it's a preaching race. It is in the DNA of the UNC. Also in 1956, all the weapon that they have ever used in every general election is to appeal to their racism, bigotry, and...
You're breaking up, caller. You had to call me back. You got to call me back. 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 Caller. Callers, hold on, eh? Hold on, callers. I seen all you. Well, we'll have to hold a minute. Because somebody on the live trying to teach me and educate me. Me no Hindu, you know. But when a Hindu come out and say, hey, this is what it is you're trying to tell the nation, then I have a problem. Listen to me. The best person to teach me about what you believe is you. So to the person who on the live trying to educate me, right? Take a listen. Take a listen. Will you leave me alone, eh? Leave me alone.
Particularly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande. Particularly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande. He's similarly when Rawan Sinanan is from Sandy Grande. He's the Minister of Road. Especially when his proxy, Mr. Monroe, is from Sandy Grande.
A subsequent post on Khadija Amin's Facebook page read, Rawan Sinanan with a laughing emoji. In response to Sturge and Amin, Sinanan calls it quote-unquote a dog whistle to the Hindu population, linking him to an embodiment of treachery to Hindus from the Ramayana epic. He says, apart from the war between Lord Rama and the demon king Ravana, also called Rawan, in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people. He says, quote, in Trinidad politics, we all know what that means and can mean, especially around election time. In Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people.
So it's a subtle insult. So I must go and vote for somebody who's subtle. You're insulting me very subtly. You're using your religious terminologies to insult me subtly, and I must just and vote. Are we for real? So you insulted me subtly, and the explanation is coming from a Hindu man telling me that they are insulting you subtly, and we must just like and try and be so intellectually right, and you're so this and you're so that, and you dot your I's and cross your T's, and you know, you leave me alone, eh? Leave me alone, eh? Because you're trying to take me for fool. You just heard a caller calling and said that is why he left the UNC. Because of being calling people names like that. Let's ask Gypsy now. Eh? Why Mr. Warner had left and now he going back? Let's ask we name? The former senator now. Eh? Subtly, you insulting me. And then you want to come on the live to tell me, oh, it has nothing to do with race. It's just a little... You're using your religious bigotry. And I must close my eye and pretend it doesn't exist. Well, I'm sorry, you know. It exists all the way with me. All the way. One madness. Madness.
Demon King Ravana, also called Rawan, in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan in Sri Lanka, inhabitants of a darker skin color than the northern Indians were associated with Rawan. Sinanan adds that it is used as a subtle insult to dark-skinned people. He says, quote, "In Trinidad politics, we all know what that means and can mean, especially around election time. It means Rawan Sinanan, traitor, consorting with the dark-skinned against us Hindus. To this accusation, I am happy to plead guilty." Amidst pledging support for his political party, Sinanan further says, quote, "The PNM has traditionally been the party of dark-skinned, light-skinned, brown-skinned and white-skinned people. All are welcome in the PNM, and I am proud to be part of it. If being a Rawan means being against a party which is sinking into racial dog whistling, then I am guilty. Call me Rawan all you want." End quote. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
Let me tell you something, I remember I used to do a program with a bishop here called Bishop Divertile. And Bishop Divertile would have showed us. You see those people that Minister Sinanan talk about? Bishop Divertile would have showed us videos and clips and talk about the people that they would have called Dalits, who have the darker hue than the Mirage. I take him a time with this, because you see the person who come on the live just now, just tell me, "Hey, this is the race, this is the complexion." Leave me alone, Leave me alone. Yeah. Tommy no fool. Leave me alone at that. And if you look at how they would have treated the Dalits, who have a darker hue, to the ones of the lighter hue. Anyway, hello, good afternoon.
Trinidad and Tobago.
What's going on, sir?
I'm good. I feel like you had a rough weekend. I had one.
Yeah, boy.
What I'll say is this. I have a couple things to say. In the natural world, no organism is going to do... Pardon me?
Go ahead.
I said in the natural world, no organism is going to do things to hurt itself. Even a single-cell organism like an amoeba. It's not going to do something to hurt itself.
Right.
A slug would not go and be attracted towards a pool of salt. What I'm saying is this. The UNC ought to know by now that when they insult one large demographic of people, they will be doing harm to their intention to get back into government. How can they insult the Afro-Trinity population of the country and still try to appeal to the entire East-West corridor and still cross over and get the 21 seats and get the majority? So you mean to tell me that these people are so indisciplined or foolish that they can't maintain a 6 months or 9 months a year and mama guy the people whose vote they want a little bit? They can't mama guy people and fool them. You know they have a saying, hush and let people like you. These people cannot even hush and let people like them. They have to devolve to this kind of racist behavior. That means the behavior is so innate in them that they cannot help themselves feel compelled to do these things. Just imagine, when Larry Ladder resigned from their party, you know there were people on social media, people of East Indian descent in this country, who were leveling racial insults at their own fellow East Indo-Trini and calling him a standard Christian C word. You know what the C word is? Just imagine, the racism is so innate that they cannot help it. They feel compelled to do it. And that's really unfortunate because an opposition party is supposed to represent a viable option so that no government can just run away roughshod and just do anything it wants. They're supposed to appeal to everybody. They're supposed to present a viable option to Indo-Trini, Afro-Trini, Chinese, Syrian, European, French Creole, what have you, Instead, they have alienated an entire demographics of people. And then they're so foolish. They insulted Monday and Friday. Hear them. Come and vote for winner.
Yeah.
People are these? What kind of people are these? Indisciplined, foolish people are these? These people are self-destructive. I cannot have people like that run in my country. I'm a serious person. I'm a citizen of a serious country. Jokers cannot run my country for me. I will not have it. And we shall not have it. Okay? That is my perspective. Okay, Pastor Google, enjoy your day.
Thank you very much, sir, for your call.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
You have me on hold for the longest one. Greetings to you, my brother. You hearing me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, I'm listening to this course for the evening. And you say you're tired, but I'm hearing the tiredness on you, so you're probably saying it, but you're really, really, really stressed. And I think, I'm not a doctor, but I want to tell you, you're pushing too much. Rock back a little bit and give yourself some breathing space. That's what I want to tell you. I'm very, very, I'm hearing the tiredness in your voice. I'm hearing you reaching to a point like the anger and the anxiety, and I don't know, but I pray God that He will take you through this period. And you have to know yourself. The other night I saw you on your home, on a little live you had.
Yeah.
I didn't call in.
Okay.
But I'm saying again today, I'm asking people, you know, this is a time, we just call it the silly season, and don't get into argument with nobody. Everybody has to know what they want to do. That's our democratic right to do, and we cannot get into no argument with anybody. And avoid it, because you see the time and you see the blood that is running in this country. And this was a wish, and I think if it continues, it might get worse before it gets better. So let us be wise. You're going out to support who you want to support. That's your democratic right. Don't make enemy with nobody. Just know what you want. I am not rocking the boat, so I have nothing to say. In every constituency, there are things that are pleasing to people and things that are not. And this is the time, the election is called. I have to get over with, and I hope that the mistakes that were made in the times past will be amended and try to avoid. So have a blessed evening, and my brother, take it easy.
Thank you very much.
Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these raraban. Moved, removed the whole front bench, Stuart Young and Rawi and all these raraban.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Pastor Google, I want to thank you very much for bringing this on the front line, because election is close. And while Ms. Kamala is subtly, let me rephrase that. She's not subtle, but blatantly insulting people of African descent by calling us black man on the other side, the Tunsiad PNM people, Wiggy, and Oreo, all these set of names she have called people. You know, she have had anything they're telling us that how bad the PNM treating us, and to come to her and come across here. But that's the same lady, and I keep saying this, you want to fight the crime, right? She has a problem with the crime and the murders. When you had X amount of murders in one weekend, she had a law that she was making the thing to fight the anti-crime academic thing. You call a state of emergency. First of all, you call a limited state of emergency. Then there are no such thing in our constitution. So you had to change it when we told you that you call a state of emergency. You targeted one democratic area with the crime. You locked up people without one shred of evidence. Say you're fighting the crime. Right? And then the system, which is the constitution, had to free everybody, and people still suing the state. One lady just recently got a set of money from the state. That's what she did. Now, I'm saying this because I'm back to what you're doing. You need to put things like this in the public domain, because Kamala Prasad Bissessa she's showing real signs of being a racist. Because the things she said, the things she doing, that's the only thing I did. Adding up to that, if when you do the two and two together, why you go telling people all these other things? Why are you going on a platform and saying these things? There is a dog whistling there, because when you speak or when you put posts up on social media, you have people who will come up and tell you all kind of nasty thing about PNM, and you're hungry, and you're this and you're that and all kind of nonsense, and you're suffering and this and that, right? But these same people who, in the same Trinidad and Tobago, under the same leadership of the PNM, and PNM have never did nothing, how much years, 50-something years, they never do nothing. But I know, and it's right there, because they want to see the Cambridge Analytica to make you feel and make you see things that they wanted to see. But the whole system set up on PNM policies. All the money revenue streams in Trinidad and Tobago today, it was policies put in place by the PNM, from the pension that you get to the industrial park, with all the money that we can be making from the gas and the thing. And then you want to tell me, cuss Maduro and call Trump, hey, look, stop the dragons.
I'm going for a break. I'm going for a break, caller. All right, thanks.
This election is about putting people in office who will seek your interest. It isn't about power or titles. It's about people who will get the job done. The UNC has never wavered in fighting the good fight for the dream that is Trinidad and Tobago. Because after all the noise and the smoke has cleared, in your quiet moments, you want what's best for yourself, your family, and your country.
When we win, everybody wins.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Come party. Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago. Scarborough, Pigeon Point, everybody come out. Let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy... Man, you see that I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this. Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cachet stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant in the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Cliff Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cachet, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
This is yours truly, Wendy H. Lewis, host of A Woman's Worth, right here on Street 91.9 FM. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We are commemorating International Women's Month, the month of March. Throughout the program, you will hear inspiring stories of trailblazing women. We will be engaging in meaningful conversations about gender equality and spotlight the voices of those making a difference in their communities. So whether you are a leader, a mother, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a young woman trying to find your path, this is the program for you. This is your time, this is your space, this is your celebration. Join us right here on Street 91.9 FM.
A woman's worth. A woman's worth. You're occupying a home. I need documents So secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-60.
Vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Mondays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with Disabilities. And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on The Street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
This fight is about bread, butter, and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat, and tears. We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome. When talking about labor.
Earlier, you know, I told you all earlier on that there are people who I don't know if you maybe somebody could explain it to me. I can't understand it, but if you could explain it to me, I will allow you to. So let me take this call and then I'll play the video and allow you all to explain the video to me. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Pastor Gogo. I want to know what ethnic composition was Raran when they call in a Raran. Some dignitary would.
All right, so we will have. Is that the dog? I'll get somebody to explain it for you.
I could explain the question. You see the policies of the UNC over corporate tax 18% and no property tax and all kind of things. Pastor Gogo, no revenue authority, Pastor Gogo, The people are trying to dig with their sense. That will be taken a jet to the IMF. You hear what I'm telling you? If we don't wake up and have sense, that is taking a jet to the IMF. But I know the lady, I'm just putting up that to fool people because no serious economists not doing that. Right? No serious economists are doing what they're putting up there. Because that is that is suicide.
All right.
Economical suicide.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's listen to this video. And if you could explain this video to me, I will appreciate it. Anybody who on the live, all right, those of you who are on the live, if you could explain this video to me, I would listen. Right? I don't know. I may not be able to. I'm not catching it. If you could catch it and tell me what she's saying, I would appreciate it. So listen to this video. Remember, we're talking about how could I put my vote for somebody who is disrespecting me and using their religious connotations and religious symbols and metaphors to insult me. How am I supposed to just put my head in the sand and vote for it? But listen to this audio.
Wonder what higher than crack, you know, because like plenty of all the citizens have to be smoking that. Just imagine a man is watching me and telling me today that he will not be voting ever again in this life because the PNM continuously keep disappointing me over and over. Yes, it will happen to you over and over, Dumbo, because you're only voting for one party. You're only voting for color, skin. Why haven't you ever tried another party? Because why? You can't put your hand in that dal, can't put your hand in that curry. That is being racist because you're out here voting for color, skin. You understand? The problem with plenty all is that all they don't give things a try.
We didn't give that a try? We didn't give the UNC a try? You born yesterday? We didn't give UNC a chance? Well, anyway, continue to listen. She said the problem is that all they don't like to give people a chance. And only voting for the color of their skin. Really? So, a Palestinian man have a different color skin to me? Anyway, only listen now. Listen.
So you would know. You can't just keep voting for one person and afterwards you decide you're not voting again. It's people like all you're so going to leave the country is as it is because when you see you're not voting again, you vote staying for the other party.
You hear that? You hear that next? That's a next statement to that. It's not true that when you vote, when you do vote, it is go for not, it is go to the other party. Where you get that from? Who tell you that? Where's the evidence of that? That's not in our constitution. Where you get that from? But because you have a cell phone, you could say what you want.
You're so going to leave the country is as it is because when you see you're not voting again, you vote staying for the other party.
Lie.
Nobody fool on you. For the party that is in power.
Lie.
The problem in this country is the blessings. You understand? Now because one party disappoints you over and over, you choose to vote for one party over and over and they can't take it to money, just get fed up. No. Give other person a try. Why you can't do that? Because you can't see them in power. That is the thing. I thought it's about we are the bottom floor here. Trying to get more jobs. You understand? Trying to get betterment for we children. Trying for people who renting and flecking homes how much years to actually have a home. I thought it was about that. All over the world, racialism exists. You understand? But it shouldn't stop us from doing the smartest thing for us. Not
you want to hear that? All over the world, racism exists. So I must be. So that's a saying. So I must just vote for. No, you are racist against me, and I must just vote for you. Because all over the world, racism exists. Let me go to the phone line if I see the wrong thing and I can send home, eh? Hello,
Hello.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Hello. You hear?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Right. This is all right. This lady, like she kind of she sells like a Sunday crab. What nonsense she
First to
talking
begin, she say the reason why some of you don't vote, we call it Cassie, only self voting for yellow. And only Cassie only self only say only self voting for black people. Slow your road, sister.
But I didn't.
Slow your road
I never
because
know Indian was white.
I never know that myself.
I never know Indian people were white people. Where she get that from?
And that is why you see the and that is why Minister Sinanan had to say what he said.
Exactly. Imagine you calling somebody, and that's the level UNC goes to. They go under the white line when election time comes, and they expect people to put them in office. That kind of nonsense that Wayne Sturge talking. Come on, man, people. Oh, you can't be serious. Imagine, look at how much crime this country have, and Camilla talking about give every citizen a licensed firearm. Well, this place will be like the Wild Wild West. What madness are you hearing? And like Camilla forget. I tell you, Maestro was so correct, eh? She memory like it comes and goes. You better find Mr. Trinidadian Calypso from Maestro. Because Camilla Posad Bisesa shook hands with Maduro. She didn't study we could get US sanction on we country. And she didn't study they go take visas. But she trying to tell we, a vote for Stuart Young, we go lose we visa? Really, Kamala? No, that Matsin. As the former President Kamona said, that have to be rum shop logic. Pastor Google, you have a blessed day and reach home safe. I think people smarter than that. And let me tell you, I remember, I listened to, what's his name? John Gill. John Gill said it the other day. He said these people, like, I mean, come on, man. You can't be thinking in that manner and you're expecting people to support you. Look, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, give me a break here. Yeah? Pastor Google, you have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Listen, good afternoon, sir.
I'm still waiting for my flowers.
I would have saw that video as well.
I'm still waiting for my flowers, eh?
It's like a theater show coming soon.
I want to play my flowers.
but I would have saw I saw that video, and if my memory can serve me right, I think it was twice black people voted for the UNC. I think it was under Basdio Pandey as well.
Yes.
You understand? So there is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that black people in this country only vote for PNA. That is rubbish. But the problem we have in this country right now is that the UNC is practicing race politics. And they are literally insulting black people and coming and telling them, vote for us. And I have said it before, you know, if you make a mistake and give the UNC a vote, what you're literally saying is that you are comfortable being insulted. You understand? And this is the frightening thing.
But that's what, but you hear she say it in her video. She said racism is all over the world. So are you saying to me that somebody who literally you're practicing or letting me know how they feel about me, right? All right. So you're telling me how you feel about me. Then you're telling me to go into an abusive relationship. You're telling me that an abusive relationship is better than what I know.
Because unfortunately, it have people like her and Starks and some of them who deliberately ignoring the fact that they are being literally insulted in front of their face, because a lot of them pass through Google, let's be honest. A lot of them are in it to get something. Because that is what the UNC promotes. side with us, and you will get something in the end. And unfortunately, I have to say unfortunately, people like us tend to fall for that trap. Some of them want back the little CPEP contract that they had. You know, I mean, we can go on and on, but it is what it is. But she has been misinforming the people a lot, and I'm just observing. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Who is this?
I want to continue. Pastor Google, come on.
Go ahead, caller. Caller. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, you're breaking up. Stay one spot.
I still breaking up?
Yes.
Oh Lord. Well, I know I will try. I will call back again, but I'll get
You're getting through. You're getting through now. You're getting through now. Go ahead. Be quick.
Right. Yeah, Pastor Google, I tell you, while you might be inclined to buy popcorn, you're not to buy some other buy lima call. The bevy of our resignations that will come after tonight's charade, disguised as a parade of candidates, it will be embarrassing. But then again, the UNC has no shame, and there is no embarrassment that can be felt by them. But Pastor Google, you know, I wanted to register yet again on the record that I made it. I brought it to the country's attention that Kamala Persad-Bissessar has lost the only weapon that they ever had in Trinidad and Tobago politics, which is racism, bigotry, and intolerance. Dr. Rowley skillfully moved the goalposts right from among them, where they can no longer target the black man and the black man for it to have any real effect in the general election. They are now forced to target their racism among their own community. Never before have we seen such a strategic political strategy, as it will, to defeat the opposition. Where is the UNC political strategy as to what they are going to campaign on, save and except calling dark-skinned Hindus Rawan as opposed to light-skinned Hindus? And then, of course, we can go right back to when they love to take that same attack. Imagine if the PNM leader was still Dr. Rowley, how Facebook would have been replete with Kamala Persad-Bissessar's base calling the African community all kinds of names, all kinds of nasty names, and then telling you how she love we and how she does defend me because the PNM throw we out. This is before now. She had told the country that wherever she was liming, because she said it has been said in private, how people are describing East Indian people as you know what, who drinking what, who does beat the white, all kind of nasty, very nasty comments. And we wanted to know, why is Kamala Persad-Bissessar going there? Was it is pure racism? It has now been directed internally, where it is a parasitic attempt for one to feed on itself, because there's nothing else to feed on. They have a real problem attacking Stuart Young because he does not fit the profile that they are accustomed to. To start with, he's not black and ugly, as they like to say on Facebook, and he doesn't carry his slave master name. So they are akin to calling him Stuart Young, Ramsey, and all kinds of racist remarks led on by the UNC. I was so surprised, and I want to close with this, that I'm hearing Senator Anil Roberts reciting a letter from Stuart Young abuser. I don't know who is the abuser here or the abusee, because we haven't had the full report, saying, and I quote Senator, and let me know you, Senator, the person who is still being investigated by the TTPS, Anil Roberts, saying that one Mr. Khan is saying that Churchill call him a big fat C-word. No, we are going there. We are going there.
I know how to make sure.
You're a big fat C-word. Now, where is the UNC going with this? Churchill itself is part Indian, part Chinese. Where are we going with this? Why did you have to repeat those words? It is because the only time they can win election is when they divide the country and attack the African community. And it's an insult for African people to stand up and say that they are supporting this kind of rhetoric that is against their own existence. And if we forget the UNC, we had 5 years of them to remember, when they lock up 8,150 Africans in a state of emergency. I didn't say that. It was the subject of a joint select committee where the figure was given to us. So Diapa and Pampas could do their research and stop talking on the radio with ignorance. Thank you, Pastor.
This fight is about bread, butter, and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat, and tears. We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome. When talking about labor here in Trinidad, you can't leave out Butler, the man from Hyderabad. He appears and disappears, so the people say. I hear he made an appearance just the other day, and he said, what he said? Roger, comrade Roger, Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't seen corruption evermore? Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. They say you made the best offer for the refinery, but they still looking for a buyer. They scorn your money. That must be a bitter pill. Of course you're gonna be angry, but remember what Stalin say, black man don't get nothing easy. I know you agree. Roger, comrade Roger, Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't seen corruption evermore? Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. Certainly you have the right to endorse anybody. So comrade, don't be uptight or fuss too much over me. I just do not understand why you forsake your own brother. But if you're happy with that, you could go and campaign for Lucifer or his sister. Roger, comrade Roger, Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't seen corruption evermore? Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. movement came the MSJ, seeking to bring improvement in governance today. I thought you was all for that like George Wicks and Rienzi, but you proved to we you rather put party before country. Commonwealth go free.
You know, sometimes you just really wonder, It's really, really wonder. I try to do a TSAN program. I try to give you all the facts, the evidence, the proof. The proof is in the pudding. And I try. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I try. I try my best. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You know, I was listening to the video, and the UNC wants us black people to do one or two things. Either vote for the UNC or don't vote at all.
Right.
And and I think that they had reached the black man that the lady had been talking about. Get him to say that he's not voting at all. Their propaganda was able to capture him. You know, so we have to be very, very careful about that. And we have to. I have met 2 black men already who say they're not voting.
Right.
So we have to work on those fellas. We have to, you know. So their strategy. That's part of the strategy. And they get us not to vote at all.
Right.
Vote for them.
Thank you.
Some of us can't bring ourselves to vote for them. So we say we are voting. You know. So that is a vote for them. If we say we're not voting, that is a vote for the UNC, not the other way around, lady. You have a good day, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Pastor, listening to that woman, sometimes, I don't know, I try my best to understand what she went. And this has to be she's first election. Because this kind of crap she's talking. Pastor, Carney is ever switch? Pastor?
Say that again?
Carney is ever switch?
No.
Carney Central ever switch?
No.
Shogunov East. Shogunov East
Sapphire ever switch?
Sapphire ever switch? Princeton ever switch?
Oh gosh.
So what's she talking about? 2010 half of the Eastern Scholar switch. What's she come out? They see for selection. Because she's not going to have the so that kind of stuff she's talking about, because in 2010 it was 29-12. Half of the East was covered out with switch. Push East ever switch? Ever?
Never.
So what must come out? No, what you have to ask them, what must really come out? Because you have a cell phone, so you just make a live, tell the game content. I have no idea what it's speaking about.
No, they don't care.
Something wrong with them. You hear what these people have nothing to say. When they're spread out, all I can talk about is we ain't policy at all. They're saying people leaving them and saying the reason why they believe,
saying that saying that they fright, they don't like how they go in with this race talk.
And you can't tell me.
Well, she said racism all over the world. So because of that, you could see a house on fire and just running it.
There was mad people. I convinced. You see people who just get a cell phone and could make a life. That people mad something like that, because this carry you know come back to that.
Very serious. They're very serious, caller.
She like come back to that.
Huh?
She like come back to that because she was not here in 29.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I said thanks for the information. You see this information that you bring on the show every evening when you're on?
Yes, sir.
And you know what? You know, I enjoy from 12 to 4. You call now, so you looking to reach down City Gate, not City Gate, down by the terminal now.
Yeah.
To get your motor taxi, wherever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So I'm thanking you again for the information, because What you ain't opening my eyes alone, I know, but my mind, you see my mind?
Yeah.
Well open. And hear this one. You know, they have an advertisement right now. When we win, everybody win. I want to put the record straight. You see, after 2010, Kamala and the UNC never beat Dr. Rowley and the PNM up to this present day. And you see, April the 28th, Dr. Stuart Young, because I put doctorate in before all my prime ministers and political leaders, you know. From Dr. Williams come straight down. Everybody get doctorate, if you understand me. Because they come in a time to heal the economy. They ain't just coming in just so. It's times when they come, is the economy was in some kind of strait, and they make sure that it come back into the fashion that PNM wanted to go. Because PNM have a vision for Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Nobody else in have it. You understand? All the opposition have is to remove the PNM. That is all they have in Trinidad and Tobago. But you see, strategies and policies, they have none. And I thank you again, Pastor Google, for the information, and PNM for whatever. Licks for 28 for the UNC. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Caller? Oh, you're not there. All right. Take a listen to this, Olian. Take a listen to this. When you feel it's a joke, listen to this. Oh, wrong video. Let me see if I find the right video. Who it is I wanted to answer there? Somebody was on the line. Somebody was on the line just now, eh? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, yeah. Caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Oh, mommy!
No, you're pretty right there. Ooh. Pastor Google, how things with you? Pastor Google?
Mommy, I hear you.
Okay. Pastor Google, did I see again 4 other people from some UNC executive from up in East drop out again? What is this going on, Pastor Google?
Say that again?
I'm watching YouTube a while ago. I saw they say 4 people from up in the East side on the UNC executive drop out. I don't know. Pastor Google, what is taking place there?
Mommy, wait for tonight. It's the night I waited for. Yeah, the purge. You see the purge? You know when they take Senate? You see when they take Senate and salt?
Yes.
You know they take you know they take Senate, mommy? And your parents say you're staying home for this weekend. Because all them conkles you eat, all them biscuits you eat, all them this you eat, that you eat, we go purge you this weekend. You see tonight is the Senate and salt.
But I can't wait I want to see what's going on. Honest to God, I want to see. You understand me? I saw this lady, I can't remember her name, going up for Diego Martin West too.
Yes.
Let it come down. Let it come down, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, I don't want her to go nowhere. I want her to stay right there. We will benefit. You agree with me? We will benefit. Yeah. I am telling you that we will benefit. But all I can say, Trinidad and Tobago, make sure all the name is on the list to vote.
Call all the young people. Call all the youths. Call all the youths. The young people.
My Easter will cut short. Because usually I go up to Tobago Christians for almost like 9 to 10 days.
Yeah.
But I can't afford to do that because I'm the person who do the special ballots.
Right.
Right? So I can't do that. I have to come back down. I have to, and I'm making joke with that. You understand? And years I've been doing that, Years. So, you know, say what? Have plenty more. So God's willing. You understand me? But let's wait. Where you having tonight? Popcorn too?
Of course.
Kingsley, call in and tell us all who's the candidates now. Kingsley supposed to know, Pastor Google.
Kingsley, you want to call me again? You know why, but
why?
Since Kingsley call, let me tell you something, mommy. I have 800 and something people on the live. Since Kingsley call, as soon as if Kingsley call in, my number's going to drop.
And the next one will always know everything about the PNM. You understand me? I hope he following up Trump too. You're not telling you about?
Yeah.
Pastor Google, have a good one, my dearie.
Same to you. We're getting ready to go for our Royal Castle meal tip. So we're taking our Royal Castle meal tip, and then we're going to come back and continue to take your calls right here on the Street 99 FM. Do not touch your dial, eh? Stay right there. All right? Coming back.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If you're on the go and want something easy to eat, try Royal Castle's Golden Chicken Nuggets. Enjoy these golden, tender, and tasty bite size treats of 10 pieces of nuggets, 1 side, and a 16-ounce soft drink with your choice of honey mustard or barbecue sauce. And not forgetting the kids. The Castle has a kids nugget combo 2 of 4 pieces of nuggets, 1 side, and a 16-ounce soft drink. And our nuggets are made with the same delicious local flavors that we're famous for. It's the Royal Castle Golden Chicken Nuggets. Our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
This fight is about bread, butter, and justice. And we fight with blood, sweat, and tears. We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome. When talking about labor here in Trinidad, you can't leave out Butler, the man from Hyderabad. He appears and disappears, so the people say. I hear he made an appearance just the other day, and he said, what he said? Roger, comrade Roger. Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't seen corruption evermore? Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. They say you made the best offer for the refinery, but they still looking for a buyer. They scorn your money. That must be a bitter pill. Of course you're gonna be angry, but remember what Stalin said, black man don't get nothing easy. I know you agree. Roger, comrade Roger, Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there evermore. Roger, come on, Roger. Boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. Certainly you have the right to endorse anybody. So comrade, don't be uptight or fuss too much over me. I just do not understand why you forsake your own brother. But if you're happy with that, you could go and campaign for Lucifer or his sister. Roger, comrade Roger. Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't say corruption evermore? Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger. The labor movement came the MSJ, seeking to bring improvement in governance today. I thought you was all for that like George Wicks and Rienzi, but you proved to we you rather put party before country. Comrade, go free. Roger, comrade Roger. Roger, why you gone down there? How could you abandon your brother David Abdullah? Roger, comrade Roger, I know you've been there before. How come you ain't say corruption evermore? Hey. Roger, comrade Roger, boy, you down there on your own, looking like a hungry dog begging for a bone. Roger.
From the heart of the street to the halls of power, the voice of the people is loud and clear. Real talk, real issues, real change. On the street, 919 FM, the #1 election station.
We won't give up, we won't surrender, and we shall overcome.
Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, Pastor Google. How I could create a better Trinidad and Tobago by sweeping racialism under a carpet? How I could create a better Trinidad and Tobago by having no respect for me, right? How I could create a better Trinidad and Tobago? We see Isabella Isingal's sister with no hand. When she come out the bar, when she passed the bar, she got a job in the Attorney General office. And you know what they tried to make her do? That time the PNM was in opposition. They tried to write things to make her talk bad about the PNM. You know what she do? She leave the job because she said she's not going to lie on nobody, so nobody couldn't buy her. Our big, strong African, right? A big, strong African. People could disrespect and have no respect for you. When you have no respect for yourself, people have no respect for you. We give Basile Pandey government in 95, right? The first thing he do, the youth camp, he get rid of it. The village Olympics, get rid of it. The best village, get rid of it. And that party fall on corruption. We get them government again in 2010. They abandon all the security apparatus, right? And that government to fall on corruption. They had 29 CDP and they had 12 seats, right? So what is people trying to tell me? I must sweep racialism under the carpet, and I love my country. Nobody calling it out. Because racialism is a nasty, dirty thing. I don't want to be racial against somebody, but I am not accepting nobody to be racial against me and call me monkey, kobo, stink mouth, baboon, and come by me to beg me for a vote. Your mother what? Your mother what? And I go and meet you. You're going to see how much of them there tonight. What they call it Raran. Have a reason why I say that, you know. Raran was an African man. Right? Who they just beat and shoot every year. This year they just burn down Raran. You have a reason why they're saying that.
Thank
you.
You
have a reason why they're saying that.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Have a good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, Pastor.
Good afternoon.
Are you hearing me, Pastor?
Yeah.
Are you hearing me? Good evening, Pastor Google.
I am hearing you loud and clear, ma'am.
Okay, Pastor. I think all they understand what's going on with the UNC and them. They are more confused. They get caught with their pants down. And that is exactly what's happening with them. They are confused. And they know they're going to lose the election. So that is why you see them coming up with all these kind of different scenarios about monitor the election and so on. So they are more confused than anything else. So you take that on your pipe and smoke it. Okay, have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Out of the labor movement came the MSJ, seeking to bring improvement in governance today. I thought you was all for that.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. I don't know if you'll have time, but before you leave, if I can hear where Kamala carry on with Regis about Slave Master, is that possible?
I tried to find it, I'll play it for you.
Thank you very much. And let me tell you something. Keep saying in your heart, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No matter what people say about you, you are a child of God and nothing can harm you. So leave them. Just keep that as your password. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much for the encouragement. Hello, good afternoon. All right, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir.
Yes, pleasant good afternoon to you. Well, you hear it from the horse's mouth. If you're bragging about racism all across the world, the upholder is worse than the thief. And if you're fashioning yourself after the gentleman of the old Yankee territory, then you are worse than what he represents to his people. Republicans that believed in that man, crying now. So, just imagine what's going to happen to them who following she blind like that. I don't understand that, you know.
I am still trying to understand how people could tell me that, hey, racism exists all over the world. What wrong with if somebody racist against you, vote for them still?
Yeah. So while you must stop beating me on my back, having me on my
good
neck,
massa. Love you, massa. Love you, massa.
And hug him up. Yeah.
Yeah, I must hug him up and I must hug him up and say, massa, you are good, massa.
Yeah.
Well, you're mad,
You know
yes?
what trait that is, Pastor Google?
Tell me.
You know what trait that is? That is the Judiciarian trait. All the Judases, this is the kind of thing they get into. All the Canaanites, right? Those Cain that kill Abel.
Yeah.
Spirit, that is what reigns in their ideology. So you could know that they have no good. If you expect anything out of them, just think about what the original form of that produced. Cain kill Abel, Judas betray Christ. Just look at it like that. The upholder is worse than the thief. So all of them who supporting Kamala and them and they doing wrong, know that they are twice as bad as she. They could sit down there and smile, dry. You could put all kind of powder and perfume on yourself, but you know, when your soul stink, nothing can cover that stench. Nothing. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, Pastor Google. Afternoon again. Years ago in this little island here, we had a test match, cricket. Gavaskar and them. They couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Then they end up winning the match. South Central supporters run out and playing, they're looking to hug them up and all that. There was pat upon and bat and stump and ball them Indian from Central was getting. I wonder if the grandfather or the father ever tell them about that incident. It have no mother India, no mother Africa. This is Trinidad and Tobago. And no party before country. That narrative they push in, you can't eat that, you can't say that. I told you that last week. You come with it sometime last week after with the same talk. That lady was never ready, and she still ain't ready. The chief, Mr. Pandey, said the same thing. It was never ever about country. And at the same goes the love money bad, but the phrase once bitten, twice shy. UN was never ever about TNT. You have a godly day, reach up safe.
Thank you.
Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Yeah, Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
So no, Sushila. You didn't have to insult me so, Sushila. Tell me why.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor Go back again. Quick one for them. All of them come from one, you know. And they can't understand that. The first samurai, if you look at what he looked like, look at what the first American Indian looked like, look at what the first Amerindian looked like, look at what all of them way up there in Europe come out of. So they doggone just talking stupidness. This is why the Bible say brother against brother. Your own brother telling you, you is our bastard child. What stupidness does go through their mind? Right? When you really sell your soul to Satan, you do the worst thing in this life, you know.
Thank you very much.
For them. Let them take.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Guru. How are you?
I am okay. Looking to leave.
Okay. Pastor Guru, I am seeing a video circulating concerning Adisha with somebody that she associates with.
Yes, there's a gentleman that Pastor Dutton was talking about. And as Pastor Dutton had said that she should not be on any political platform.
But they are very quiet about it.
Yeah, but the UNC will be quiet about it.
Not even on the news or anything like that?
No, the news won't carry that. The news have their reasons.
Okay,
let had been me now.
Well, I must play the video.
Say that again, Mom?
You must play the video.
I will play the video. I'll play the video for you tomorrow, please, God.
Thank you. Be safe. Get home safely.
I will. Thank you very, very much. And let me say to the people of the Baptist community who getting ready to celebrate Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day. You know, I looked at the video of the celebration at the Diplomatic Center. Yeah, man. So I am out of here, Trinidad and Tobago. Stay blessed, stay strong, stay safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow, please, God, at 12 o'clock. So my YouTubers, the 800 and something of you, my Facebook people, join me from 12. My YouTube people join me from 12. And to my silent radio listeners, join me from 12. Have a blessed afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Times Kamla Sushila Prasad Bisesa. Isn't that a beautiful name? What problem you have with my name? What's wrong with my name? Yeah, Camille. At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
Business owners, are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170